Let's bring it down some. What's up, man? What's going on? What's up, family? Salute, salute, and salute some more. What up, everybody, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Yes, sir, fight fans. Once again, it's on, man. Once again, a honor and a pleasure, everybody. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure coming on through to rock out with the boxing fans and the boxing fam. Yes, sir. Thursday. You know what that means. Our time now, man. What up, everybody, man? Hope all is well. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a major salute to everyone that catches this live. A major salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. I want to say thumbs up as you pull up. You already know, fight fans. Hit that thumbs up as you pull up, man. Salute, everybody. Saludos out there, man. What's going on, fight fans? I think I wasn't coming on through tonight, didn't y'all, man? Yes, sir. I understand it's late. It is 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, man. So I know a lot of y'all probably already tucked away to bed. Got to get up for work in the AM. But, yeah, do the homie a favor. Hit that thumbs up on that playback, though. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man. But I definitely wanted to come on through tonight, everybody. Sorry I'm late. You know what I mean? But better late than never. And that's just how I figure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how life sometimes get in the way. Not to mention, man, I move around in the city with the worst traffic in the country. You dig? The DMV, when it comes to traffic, fight fans, everywhere is a marathon. You know what I mean? Everywhere we go is a marathon, man. But I've been cooling, man. I haven't really been on all week long, fight fans. And I have been missing the fam, you know what I'm saying? So I know I got some catching up to do. Just know over the course of these next 3 or 4 days or so, y'all going to be seeing a lot of Mainman. More than likely, I'll be back early tomorrow as well. So got a lot of extra time coming up on my hands for the weekend. So I'll be spending a lot of time with y'all, you know what I mean? So I'll be making up for some lost times, man. But I've been chilling, man. It's been a real chill week in boxing. I see ain't really been much going on. It's been a real kind of chill week. Everybody's still kind of processing that Canelo Charlo situation, man, and trying to, see what's going on with that. I see some news has came out about that, everybody. You know what I mean? We're going to go there about the pay-per-view numbers, man. Interesting, man. Interesting looking at them pay-per-view numbers, everybody. What say y'all? You know what I mean? JP Mendez, my homie, is on deck. First man in our house. Salute to JP Mendez. I see you. Salute, man. Salute to you, JP Mendez. And thanks for rocking out with me tonight, fam bam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. June Sports, I see you, homie. I see you. What's good, man? What up, chats? What up to my homie June Sports out there, man? Appreciate you riding tonight, homie. Much love to you. Much love to you. Warrior class is on deck. I see you, homie. Salute, champ. Hope all is well with your warrior class. Salute and peace and blessings to all. Likewise, family. Likewise. You know what I mean? Salute to my homie Dre, the Southwest villain up in here. I see you, homie. Saludos. Philly is in a building. I see you, Philly. What up, though? You know what I mean? Last of a dying breed, my homie. What's going on, fam? I see you, champ. Salute Adrian Bronner. Try to give us game on PBC. On PBC, but folks was saying that he was drunk. Yeah, I remember when he came out with all of that stuff he was saying. I mean, if we've been paying attention, the writing has definitely been on the wall. Look what they've been doing with the pay-per-views, dog. They literally turned the pay-per-view into a fundraiser. We gonna speak about this. As you can see, I got this on the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably change it after the stream is over, everybody. But yeah, we definitely gonna talk about this PBC thing. I don't want to see them boys go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I need PBC in the fight game. PBC is pivotal. PBC is necessary. And anyone believing otherwise, well, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I mean, can y'all tell me or show me someone else that's put on the biggest boxing events in the last 5 years? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who you got? You gonna tell me Eddie? You gonna tell me Bob? You gonna get Duva? Who we gonna get Duva? Everybody. Who has been putting on bigger events? Who has the pay-per-view records? who has been basically putting boxing on their back. They can take over the sport at any given time, fight fans. Any given time. We're going to go there. We're going to definitely go there, man. Yeah, man. But I'm going to tell y'all, fight fans, man, I've been lounging all week, man. I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I've been looking for a cool-ass concert to get involved in. Haven't been to a concert now in a minute. You know what I mean? I think the last concert I honestly went to and seen live was Anita Baker. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking for a cool ass concert. I've been keeping my ear to the street. I've been keeping my ear to the radio. I've been looking online. I've been seeing who's going to be coming through. And all of these new artists today and all of these singers or whoever's out here, I don't want to see none of them. They don't have catalogs, bro. Nobody got catalogs no more. It's like three, four good songs you might like, and I'll be damned if I'll pay full concert price to see somebody sing 3 or 4 good songs that I like. Word on the curb is that they got Maxwell coming through the DMV in the next few days or whatever. Maxwell's supposed to be here. Not a fan. I go to a Maxwell concert, I know 3, 4 songs. Is there anybody of today that you feel comfortable spending concert time and money to go and see? There's nobody. I'm looking high, I'm looking low. I don't want to see no Ushers and no Chris Browns. They got like 6 songs. Where are the artists that have catalogs? Is there any legends? Is there any legends amongst today's entertainers and singers? Because I want to see it. I want to pay good hard-earned money. But there's no one out there for me to see. I gotta go see old folk. I gotta go see people from the 80s and maybe the early 90s if I'm lucky. You know what I mean? Just to get a good concert. But there is no one of today that I honestly can say that I want to sit down and watch a full concert of this said artist. I mean, artists today, matter of fact, no, I went to a New Edition concert, my last concert. I think it was Anita. I seen Anita after New Edition. So, but even at the New Edition concert I went to, right? Like you had a whole like 7, 8 different singers that came on before New Edition. Like that's cool, you know what I mean? But dog, y'all got up there and sung like 6, 7 songs. There ain't nobody that can hold a full concert to themselves in today's music. Nobody. Last of a Dime Bree says, yo, and Mike Epps is going to be at the MGM this weekend. Hey, Last of a Dime Bree, I seen Mike Epps, man, like maybe about 2 years ago, right? Real talk, man. I went and seen this dude like 2 years ago, and I swear I barely laughed, bro. I'm in that thing like, what time is it? The opening acts, the local yokel dudes, man, they was all funnier than Mike Epps, to be real with you. They had a couple cats from DC in there, and they had a couple cats from Baltimore who had came up and opened the show up, and they was like 20 times more funnier than Mike Epps. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. To pay good money, the only stand-up comedian right now I'm down to pay 100 or better to go see is Cat Williams. There ain't nothing out there. There ain't nothing out there touching Cat Williams. Cat Williams got to be the funniest man on the planet right now. I went and seen him, bro. I laughed so hard I had literally tears running down my face. I laughed all the way to the car and laughed some more in the car. He just one of them cats, man, I couldn't be around because he'll just make me laugh by just talking. You know how you got them dudes who just naturally funny? Well, he's one of them. But bro, there's Beyonce came through here a couple weeks ago, right? Set the ladies on fire. Now, I guess Beyonce is one of the few that can honestly hold a concert though. Like she got a catalog, right? Fuck, man. I gotta wait for Stevie Wonder to come back around just to go see a damn concert, fight fans. This is incredible, man. There's literally no one of today that I want to see. That dude was that song that's on the radio, that Marvin Gaye sounding type song. What's his name? October London or something. He's coming to town. He already sold out. What, one song? The dude got one song. How is it sold out? You got one song, bro. I don't understand it, man. I find it to be a problem, fight fans, because I'm a big music connoisseur, and every now and again, bro, I get a super urge to go want to see a concert. You know what I mean? But this said, I'm literally in a position where there's nobody that I will want to see. There's nobody coming to town that I'm like, ooh, for nothing. I don't know, man. Music, we need some legends, fight. We need more legends. I just don't think that we're going to have any legends. Salute to my homie D-Lo 404 Boxing up in here. Salute to you, D-Lo. Salute to you, man. I hope all is well with the homie. Hey, D-Lo, man. Hey, man, I'm starting to get a little nervous jitters, man, about this Andrade and David Benavidez situation, bro. Can we get a signing? Damn, brother. Like, what's going on? I hope David, man. I hope David ain't trying to wait to the last minute on some Canelo shit, bro. I don't know, man, but it still look like they putting that card together. So I'm staying optimistic. I'm staying hopeful. And I feel very, very confident that we will get it. You know what I mean? Especially with this talk of Jamal Charlo and Jose Benavidez on the undercard. But, man, they got to give us our fight, D-Lo, man. Come on, man. We need something. We need this thing locked in stone, bro, because boxing be playing way too many games, fight fans. Way too many games. Salute to my homie Vincent Roof. Man, what up? And peace to the chat. It's been a minute since I caught you live, man. Let's get it cracking all day, man. Salute to the homie Vincent Roof, man. Salute to you, champ. June Sports says, yo, Uri Spears, man. I like, you know what? I do like Uri Spears. Uri Spears is funny as hell. I got to give him Slim funny. Slim fun, especially when he get to doing them impersonations and stuff, man. Yeah, he real funny. I heard him do that LL and he did LL Cool J, and then he did Jay-Z, and then he did DMX. Hey, Slim funny as hell. I go see Uri Spears. He's good. But the GOAT is Cat, man. Cat is the GOAT right now. I'm sorry. Cat is the freaking GOAT, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last of a Dying Breed says, yo, man, did you catch that New Jack City stage play? Nah, bro. Now that's down now. You talking? They got a New Jack City stage play. Oh, I got to see that, man. I got to see. I'll be keeping my eye on that. Thanks for that heads up, Last of a Dying Breed. I'll be googling that, man, as soon as I get up off here, bro. I would love to see that, man. New Jack City on stage. Man, that's what's up, man. They need to start doing more shit like that, like taking movies and turn them into some type of plays or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it, man. New Jack City on stage, man. Remember they used to do that with the old sitcoms back in the day? They used to have like the Jeffersons on stage. You know what I'm saying? The Good Times on stage. Like, they used to do that. Like back in the day when the sitcoms used to go off, they would literally put them on stage and they would like tour for a while, like the show. Man, those were the good old days, man. Yeah, man. But I'm definitely gonna be checking out New Jack City stage play, champ, for sure. Okay. What's up to my homie Renee Box Young, man? Salute to Renee Box Young up in the house, man. What's up, man? Hope all is well out there in Mexico, Renee. Hope you enjoyed that Canelo Charlo something or whatever you want to call. I don't know if I want to call it a fight, given that Charlo just showed up and just took us all for a ride. You know what I'm saying? But salute to my homie Renee Box Young, man. And Renee, you're doing some great things over there on your channel, bro. Keep up the great work, man. I see you over there doing good things, man, with the interviews and everything, bro. Everybody go check out Renee Box Young, man. He's doing some great things on this channel, man. And that's fam right there all day. Yes, sir. Renee says, yo, man, I understand that Andrade, he says that Benavidez and Andrade is official though. I mean, look, I haven't heard anything about David Benavidez signing his end of the agreement. Like, I still know he was kind of like holding out, or they was still kind of doing some last minute wrangling behind the scenes or whatnot. And I haven't heard them actually come out and stamp that David did it. But I do see David training. And I do see David looking kind of big, bro. I peeped that. D-Lo, I know you peeped it, D-Lo. I know you peeped it. David looking a little pudgy, ain't he? Y'all see the new sparring, the video that's out there, man, with David Benavidez? I say my boy David look like he kind of big, bro. Little stomach kind of poking through the t-shirt, man. I don't know, man. I say, nah, I hope my man David ain't been slipping too much. You know, David looking kind of big, but I think David was on his way to 75. You hear me? But I hope we get it, man. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And plus, I want these boys to corner Canelo. I want that man cornered, fight fans. I want that man cornered. D-Lo says, yo, that's because your boy Benavidez is waiting to make sure that he doesn't get a golden ticket in the mail before he signs. A little scary. Yeah. Hey, look, D-Lo. You got to understand, man, you know, the Canelo, he's been hunting Canelo long before he's been hunting Andrade. All right, he was hunting Canelo long before he was hunting Andrade. So if Canelo comes calling because truth be told, I don't know where Canelo is going to go. I mean, outside of the winner of this fight, I don't think he's going to come calling before May. So, I mean, I think, you should feel a little better. But, I mean, if he does, then, he's been hunting them down. It ain't like he's, backing away from Andrade or anything like that. Nah, ain't no reason to. Ain't no reason to. Andrade gonna fuck around and get stopped, bro. He gonna mess around and get stopped. You know what I'm saying? Renee says, yo, man, but boxing has been fantastic this year. For real, though. Absolutely, family. Absolutely. And with Renee, with you saying that, sir, you're about to just segue me into the absolute first thing that I would like to talk about, boxing related. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off, man. I want to start off right here, fight fans. Real quick, man. Real quick. And, we got 2 weeks before we got another smoking ass fight on the horizon. And I'm really looking forward to this fight. I've been keeping my third eye on this Tszyu and Brian Mendoza situation. This fight is going down in 2 weeks. Where we got it, October the 14th is when this fight is going to be happening, everybody. And this is going to be a good ass fight right here. You know what I'm saying? We know that Tszyu inherited the WBO 154-pound title that Jamel Charlo was stripped of by him moving up to go and fight Canelo Alvarez. So he went up to Fort Canelo at the start of the bill. It said that the WBO stripped Charlo, and so Tszyu will be basically upgraded to the full-fledged WBO champion at 154. Brian Mendoza is the WBC interim champion by him having that big victory over Sebastian Fundora. And he would have been next in line for the WBC with Charlo. But it looked like these two boys are mixing it up. And this is going to be a smoking ass fight. We know that this is going down in Australia. And so I'm really looking forward to this one, man. And I'm really looking forward to this, man. The thing is, though, fight fans, I got to admit, I really got to admit, I'm leaning towards definitely Tszyu in this fight. I like Brian Mendoza. But the more you look at Brian Mendoza, the more you start to notice that he is very, very susceptible to big punches. And he don't fight well against other power punches. That's something that I noticed about him. I went back and watched the Brian Mendoza Jesus Ramos fight. Jesus Ramos, who just recently lost this weekend to Erickson Lubin. And Ramos beat Mendoza. And he beat him with just big punches. Like, Brian Mendoza had a problem fighting in those trenches with a big puncher. Like, I noticed when he was in there with Rosario or when he was in there with Fundora, he was able to kind of move in those trenches and throw those little short little left hooks he liked to throw. Those little short little hooks, you know what I'm saying? He literally put Fundora on his ass, bro. Probably damn near knockout of the year with a short little left hook that knocked Fundora into another dimension, fight fans. He got good power. Really decent power in his hands. But the thing is, only against guys that are not as powerful of a puncher as him. When he was in there with Jesus Ramos, struggled every step of the way. When he was in, and honestly, he got a gift in the fight between him and that dude Cornflake. Y'all remember how we used to make fun of that cat Cornflake LaManna, Thomas LaManna? Well, I thought LaManna beat him. For those who didn't see that fight or missed the highlights or anything, go back and look at Cornflake LaManna versus Brian Mendoza. LaManna beat him, but they robbed LaManna. And LaManna was in that thing punching from the freaking knees, Joe. He was punching from the knees, combination style, hard shots, the same way that Jesus Ramos was fighting him. And I say to myself, he don't like big punches. He's not as comfortable in the trenches with these big. They push him. He gets pushed back or he gets hesitant. And on top of that, he's beat to the punch a lot. I think when you throw that into a ball, I think that Tszyu, who is a big puncher, I think, and you listen to Tszyu, he's clearly not fazed much by what Brian Mendoza has been doing in the game. He ain't worried about the knockout over Fundora. He ain't worried about none of that stuff. And I honestly think that Tszyu will have the power, honestly, to give this guy a lot of problems and honestly change him to a certain degree. And I see Tszyu stopping him. Can Brian Mendoza land a good shot on Tszyu? Sure, he got good power himself. I think someone is definitely going to sleep, but I would definitely edge it over to Tszyu in this fight. I think Tszyu pulling this one out. I like Tszyu over Brian Mendoza. Heavy. As we get closer to this fight, we're going to tune into the betting lines and see what the betting lines looking like for this one. But I honestly think so. But the only thing that's a little messed up about this is the fact that Tszyu is really still eyeing Charlo. So if you listen to Tszyu's interviews, he's talking way more about Charlo than he is about actually Brian Mendoza. And that lets me know he still has a lot of attention. He still wants that Charlo fight. So this spells a bit of bad news for Terrence Bud Crawford. If anyone had any sort of hopes of Terrence Crawford moving up, maybe getting to that Tszyu Mendoza situation and maybe getting the winner, if Tszyu pulls this out, I see Tszyu looking back towards Charlo. And this is just listening to his interviews. That's scary. Because then, of course, Bud Crawford is going to want to move up and maybe get that recognition. It may do sound good to a lot of folks to say, hey, man, let Charlo go and beat Tszyu or maybe try to get that last belt. And then once Bud decides to move up to 54, well, he can go right at Charlo for all of them, right? Let Charlo do some heavy lifting, right? I mean, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can live with that too. That means then Bud just going to need something to do. I mean, I guess if you really think about, he's going to need something to do. Because don't know when the Earl Spence Jr. rematch is going to come around, but if it comes around sometime early next year, I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to give Charlo time to, I guess, get into the mix of all this. And I'm listening to Tszyu. He wants that fight. And he ain't even tripping about fighting in Australia no more. Listen to his interviews. He's like, he want to fight in Vegas. Which I'm sure Charlo hears that. Music to his ears. You want to fight in Vegas? I don't got to fly out there to Australia, risk being robbed. You know what I'm saying? Or anything funny happening out there in Australia. Charlo going to want to get back into a big fight as soon as possible. Maybe even try to get his WBO back. It gives him leverage. If Charlo is smart, that's the route he would go. It gives him leverage because at that point he'll be a full-fledged champion, which will give him higher splits in no matter who he fights, whether it's Bud, whether it's anybody moving up, whether it's anybody at 54 period, no matter what. Charlo having all belts or any, any fight, any mandatories, any interims, anything, any challenges, period, he would get the higher lion's share of all of those purses. That's the beauty of having those belts. That's the beauty of having those belts. So, I mean, I want Tszyu. I want Crawford to get up into this mix as soon as possible. But listening to Tszyu, he is focused, laser focused on Charlo. Now, Brian Mendoza, man, you better show up, bro. But I see Brian Mendoza maybe getting stopped in about 8. I see him getting stopped in about 8. What say y'all, fight fans? What say y'all? I really like this fight, man. I really like this fight. Renee says, oh, heck yeah, man. Tszyu Mendoza, man, I love that fight. This fight is going down in 2 weeks, everybody. This is a beautiful fight. Some may say, man, this is 50-50. I honestly see it as 50-50. If you feel that way, I mean, cool. Brian Mendoza also lost to some people that we never even really heard of, fight fans. Matter of fact, let me take a quick glance over here real quick at Mendoza's record real quick, man. Yeah, who is this guy he lost to? He lost to Jesus Ramos and he lost to somebody named Larry Gomez. 9-1. He lost to a guy named Larry Gomez that was 9-1 in 2019. See, it's like he's just kind of getting good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's great what he did with Sebastian Fundora, bro. But Sebastian Fundora to me is a chip away fighter. Like, he got to chip you away with volume punching round after round after round till you can't punch no more. That's not a power puncher. I'm sorry, fight fans. Jason Rosario, Brian Mendoza's win over Jason Rosario was okay, you know what I'm saying? But Jason proved to be fool's gold. Charlo gave him the hiccups with a damn jab to the navel, fight fans. And I was fucking with Jason Rosario heavy. Man got hit to the navel with a jab, man, and when they had convulsions and shit. It wants to come up, but it ain't. Like that, with a jab, bro. Like, remember that Charlo jab that hit Jason Rosario in the gut, man? And he just, man, looked like he was doing backwards push-ups and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, bro, but, Jason proved to be fool's gold to a certain degree. And I ain't knocking Brian Mendoza's wins, but I'm just saying these were fighters that this is the thing that's giving him his momentum And these were not fighters that were kind of kin to what Tszyu does, in my opinion. So I think he's going to have problems in a firefight with Tszyu. I think Tszyu is going to have to be woken up just like he always does. It may take him a couple rounds to wake up in the early rounds, but once Tszyu normally kind of wakes up and get his freight train going, especially when he's going downhill, he's normally that's when he starts to kind of come alive. But I can see Tszyu maybe needing a few rounds to wake up, but I eventually see his power punching becoming too much of a problem and start to overwhelm Brian Mendoza. So I'm going to rock with Tszyu for the win. I know this is an early prediction and all, but I think that both of these men are definitely going to make weight, and they both laser focused. And I could be underestimating Brian. This could be just Brian's time. Maybe his momentum is starting to kick in. He's coming off the 2 biggest wins of his career. Sometimes when you kind of hit that zone, fight fans, you can't do nothing about it. But I don't see it, bro. I see Tszyu putting this kid down. What say y'all, man? What say y'all? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Renee says, yo, man, yeah, I'm not fully convinced with the Tszyu train yet, though. I need to see him against a real champ, and that's male at 54. I think the thing that really makes me feel good about Tszyu is to know that he's still winning while facing different styles, while facing different obstacles in the ring. Like, he ain't no one-trick pony. He ain't no dude that's just gonna fold easy. He's in there to fight movers and shakers. He's in there to fight brawlers. And he's always coming out on top against many different styles. And I think that's what's making me go, that's something to see. It ain't just like, it doesn't matter if the guy's a big puncher. It doesn't matter if the guy's a boxer. It doesn't matter if it's Tszyu is bringing hell to all of them. All of them. And I actually respect his route. You know what I'm saying? He got big at home and not just being Costa's boy, like we used to call him back in the day. He got big at home by wiping out Jeff Horn, the guy who was the man. Before it was a Tszyu, Jeff was running the Australian scene. And guess what, fight fans? Tszyu came around and erased all of that shit. That's where he got started. Took it overseas, hunting down Charlo. They can't get Charlo, taking on any obstacle that would stand in front of him, fight fans. Total respect, man, for Tszyu. Earned my respect. And I like him. I like how he fights. I'm not too cool about his demeanor. He's a little too humble for my liking. A little boring when he talks. But as far as his fighting goes, man, and that's what we all here for at the end of the day, fight fans. This boy can punch and he can fight. Say what you want. Him and Charlo's going to be a hell of a scrap if we get there. That's going to be a hell of a scrap. And that's not a guaranteed win for Charlo, especially after what we've been seeing. Need I say more? I want to give a major salute to the homie Vincent Roof, man. Thank you, Vincent, man, for your support. Vincent, my G, man, much love to you. And I really, really appreciate it, my man. He says, yo, man, I don't believe that Charlo can beat him. Charlo isn't looking to fight him anymore. At least that's what he said. I think he ain't going to have no choice. I mean, the next big fight at 154 for Charlo is Tszyu. There is no one else. He can't invent a person. He can wait around for Earl. He can wait around for Bud, but that may be a fight or two. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to make a run for Tim. I think he's going to sit back and wait and see what this fight does, and maybe take the temperature of it, see what the fans are saying about it, see what kind of fanfare that he gets, and you know what I'm saying? Clearly, Charlo's not impressed with Tszyu's Australia. Like, you know, a lot of fighters who coming up, they may say, "Oh, I can go to Australia and, you know, get more recognition." Charlo don't give a damn about Australia. He don't give a damn about going there. He don't give a damn about the fans there. He don't believe that there's no money there. He would rather go here in Vegas. Either way it goes, fight fans, it's gonna be a good ass fight, man. I think Charlo, man. You say you don't believe he can beat Tim. I think that him and Tim is a good ass fight, dog. And that's why I really want to see Tim on display versus Brian Mendoza. Like, we need a recent showing of Tszyu. You know, if a lot of people forgot the Harrison fight, if you forgot the Gaucher fights, we need a recent outing of Tszyu, dog, so Tszyu can get his momentum back going again. That's all it takes. Give us a good performance. Stop Brian Mendoza, someone who just recently stopped Sebastian Fundora, and that would be huge. That would be enough, I think, that should lure Charlo into a fight. I don't think that Charlo has anywhere else to go. I love this fight, dog. So tune in, fight fans. As we get closer to this, man, we'll break this down some more. We'll look at the betting lines. Like I say, huge implications here, man. This is all. If you following Terence Crawford and you want to know what's going to happen with Terence Crawford, you definitely want to keep your eye on this situation. That's the WBO right there around Tim Tszyu's waist. Shoulder. That's the magic belt. That's the belt that leads Terence Crawford automatically into a championship fight at 154. You can guesstimate with the IBF, you can guesstimate with the WBA, and you can probably guesstimate if the political winds align themselves up for the WBC. But for the WBO, they got it written right there. WBO super champion moves up, instantly challenge the champ, right? Well, that's what Tim Tszyu got. That's why this is so important for what may happen or may not happen with Terence Bud Crawford. Yeah, I get it. Crawford got him off, man. But the WBO is the path. That's the key. That's why that belt is so precious. People want to say WB no and all of that other shit. I always tell y'all, man, a lot of boxing fans got the wool pulled over their eyes big time at 147 by Keith Thurman. When he issued the WB no to the WBO, people tend to have forgot that was the lineal belt. That was the last belt considered the lineal belt around Manny Pacquiao's waist. The WBO. If you didn't want to believe that the Ring Magazine belt signals the lineal, if you don't believe because it's political or whatever the case may be, we can go back to the olden days before the Ring Magazine belt came around, and we could put it actually to a world title, and that would have been the WBO. It could have been argued to be the more prominent belt at the time. That's the belt that Bud Crawford always held down, I guess because of his alignment with Top Rank. But at the end of the day, that's the one that Tim Tszyu got, and that's the path. And so you keep your eyes on that prize. Let's see where it goes, fight fans. I'll definitely be keeping my third eye open there. You know what I'm saying? Vincent says, yeah, man, I definitely want to see it. Me too, man. Salute to my homie, Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose, man. He said, yo, man, Charlo still beats Tim. More skills and experience at the world level. Tim fought a bunch of Uber drivers and Tony Harrison. Big head ass. Hey, man, you can't forget Terrell Gaucher, bro. Terrell Gaucher was something, man. I think he had a style that was like that. He's a boxer, man, and he's a real calculated boxer. And not to mention, Tim got put on his ass in that fight. He got knocked down in that fight and got up and took that fight straight to Gaucher. Like what? I fucks with Tim Tszyu, dog. I like Tim Tszyu, man. I really, really do, man. I really do. So I'll be keeping my eye on this, man. As we get closer, fight fans, let's cover this a lot more. I'll be turning up on. We may even do a full live stream on it. Take some phone calls and everything on it, man. I know this is a fight that y'all are very, very much interested in, man. So we'll expect for us in the coming days to be chopping it up about this one, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So let's push on, man. I got something else I want to cover, fight fans. Let's keep it pushing. I want to make a pitch. First off, man, just real quick, man. Has anybody heard anything on this? Yo, we have passed the October 1st thing. And last thing we heard about Brian Bomac McIntyre and his situation was that he was going to be going to court on October the 1st. And we haven't heard anything that came out this week, man. Where we at? Today's the 5th, man. So I haven't heard anything about him being released, most importantly. And I think that's the more important thing. And we haven't heard anything, man. Bomac ain't home. Nothing. I hope everything good. I hope he make it out, man. I know they got them powerful lawyers over there working hard on his behalf. I know it's real tucked away. I know they trying their best to get him out of there. But we haven't heard anything, fight fans. And I find this a little funny. October 1 has came and gone. What is going on with Brian Bomac McIntyre, man? Damn, I hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. Hey, man, I want to stop right here for a brief second, man. I want to speak on this Deontay Wilder, AJ, and Tyson Fury stuff, man. I'm a little baffled with this situation right here, fight fans. I'm very, very baffled. Very just baffled. Like, I'm honestly at a loss for words to a certain degree with this shit, because I'm like, dog, what is boxing doing? Maybe I'm something I'm missing here. The thing is, I hear Eddie Hearn. And Eddie is, and we've heard the news about this, right? The Wilder and Joshua fight basically is on thin ice right now. It's on very, very thin ice. And the reason is because Eddie Hearn has been waiting around he's been doing business with this promoter out there in Saudi called Skills Challenge, in which they assured Eddie Hearn that they will provide a bag of money for the Wilder and Joshua fight, only to see some changes in the government over there in Saudi Arabia for the folks that are responsible for putting on sporting events. And the lead minister guy over there is now saying that no, they have not had no words with Eddie Hearn. The only people that they've talked to is Bob Arum and Frank Warren. And so they're going to go forward and put the money up more than likely for Usyk and Fury. And on top of that, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. They're talking about Tyson Fury making anywhere between $100 to $200 million for these two fights. All of this money pouring in from the Middle East for Tyson Fury fight fans. For Tyson Fury. Listen here, man. And for those who don't know, this hasn't stopped Eddie Hearn from what we've been hearing. Though he's been saying that, hey, Anthony Joshua can go and fight someone else in December. There's also reporting out here that Eddie is still trying. And he's searching for a venue. He's searching for somewhere else to probably stage the fight. A lot of folks are saying that more than likely he's looking for a venue in the UK, which I don't think a lot of people would trip off that. And so here we are, man. And it's looking like Eddie is basically running almost out of ideas, and he's trying to get this off the ground, but he's not. He doesn't. I don't know if I feel the same love from Eddie over this fight now that bag of money ain't from the Middle East ain't pouring in. And so the thing I'm just trying to say, man, is that look, man. Eddie Hearn, look, bro, and I don't normally give Eddie Hearn a zillion props like this. If you serious and you ain't clout chasing, just trying to get AJ, because AJ name is shit right now. It's in the mud. After his two performances, I'm sorry, fight fans, it's in the mud. Him picking Robert Helenius after Helenius just came off of fighting a week prior. Him fighting Jermaine Franklin and learning on the job. Well, this got AJ's name a bit lowered in momentum. But the thing is, though, man, at the end of the day, make no mistake about it, Eddie Hearn. Wilder versus AJ is still bigger than Usyk versus Fury. And that's just being honest, man. Listen here, Joe. I like the whole undisputed heavyweight championship stuff. I get it. I love that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, when it comes to excitement, when it comes to what's going to get the presses pressing, when it comes to who's going debates getting started, I mean, it's AJ and Wilder. It's the bigger fight. And there's news starting to come out to say that Eddie Hearn is even flirting with the idea possibly of staging the fight on the same day as Fury and Usyk. I say go for it. If we get there, if you think about go for it. Why not? You got the better product. You got the hottest thing, the hotter ticket. Tyson Fury about to go fight Francis Ngannou, something that no one's talking about. Look around. The second that Wilder and Joshua gets announced, everything else gets and nothing else to talk about at that moment. Nothing else to talk about. You got to understand, Eddie. Don't get what's the word? Don't get disheartened or don't get turned off by this fight all because the money ain't brother. You still have the best product. You can honestly put Tyson Fury and Usyk to shame. What I guarantee you, more people would tune into AJ and Wilder before they would tune into Usyk and Fury. And so I say go forward, full steam ahead. I know he's talking about Eubank and all of that stuff, but look, Joshua and Wilder is the better, bigger fight. People stylistically, when you think of Fury and Usyk, you're thinking of a tippity-toe, tippity-tap match. A tippity-toe, tippity-tap match. That's what you're thinking about. Middle East, what are y'all thinking about? Are y'all trying to get into the sport or what? Then get with the good shit, man. Better product, bro. Y'all, we only talking to Frank and only talking to Bob. No one is, look, if you want the attention that you seek, you got to get AJ and Wilder. You got to understand, Wilder brings excitement to the heavyweight division. He brings excitement because you never know when the knockout's going to come. Not to mention the built-in rivalry between him and AJ that goes back many, many years at this point. It's more than baked in. And if I'm in Eddie Hearn, you should show a pair of balls, bruh. And do not let Fury and Usyk hinder you for a second. If I were you, I'd be challenged. I'd challenge them. You put your show on versus their show. Yeah, okay, they got that money from the Middle East. But the attention, the energy, the noise will all go to Wilder and Joshua. I'm telling you, man. There ain't enough funny outfits that Tyson Fury can put on. He can dress as Batman, Superman, and Robin on the same damn night, and we still wouldn't give a damn. Oh, I'm gonna go fight Francis Ngannou. I'm gonna go fight Francis Ngannou. Go fight Francis Ngannou, bruh. Don't worry about what the cool cats over here doing. We want to see the real fight. Ain't no belts in it or nothing. But we still want to see that first. Why? Because it's cracking. Because it's action. Because there's a rivalry. All Tyson Fury trying to do is get paid. That's all he trying to do. Rob the bank. And he robbing a lot of the bank. I got to give him that. Whatever, man. Go over there somewhere. This is the fight that I want to see. And if I'm Eddie Hearn, man, look, I'm challenging that all day, fight fans. What say y'all? What say y'all? You know what I'm saying? Salute to you all, fight fans. Salute to you all, man. D-Lo says, yo, man, AJ and Wilder needs to make sure that their fight happens because they have already gotten left behind in the title picture. Those boys should have fought when they were champs, and it's still a super fight. Big facts. That is big facts. That fight is still smoking, man. It's still smoking. Eddie Hearn, man, you fight the good fight. And if honestly, man, Deontay Wilder, you know, come out here and help out, man. Come out here and help Eddie. Make some noise. Kick up some dust in the meantime, between time. Do some interviews. Keep your name hot too, because that helps. That helps. All of this shit helps. Matter of fact, AJ and Wilder needs to start publicly going at each other. Like, that would help as well. Like, don't just sit back and watch Eddie and just let Eddie put it all together. How about y'all do something about, you know, adding some fuel to the fire? Deontay Wilder, come out saying something to AJ. AJ, come out saying something to Wilder. Get the people buzzing. Y'all are sitting around like, well, Eddie, what did you do? Did you do something yet? Did you talk to anyone? Did they call you? Did they call me? They didn't call me. Do something, Holmes. Last thing we seen from my main man Deontay Wilder, he was talking about Africa and the Middle East. But what's up with Africa? Take it to Africa. If Africa is on the table, take it to Africa for both fights. Take it to. Matter of fact, with AJ's African roots and my main man Deontay Wilder, pure black man, the unadulterated king, bro, man, Africa makes perfect sense. Let them Saudis go over there with Usyk and Fury. They talking about Usyk and Fury. They the only ones talking about Usyk and Fury because ain't nobody else talking about no damn Usyk and Fury. The Saudis are the only ones talking about it. Oh, we only talk to Frank. We only talk to Bob. But you don't talk to Eddie. Eddie's been doing business with y'all for the last how many fights? Y'all did Ruiz and Joshua. Y'all did a couple of Joshua's fights. Now when it comes to him and Wilder, it's like, hold up. What the hell kind of games y'all playing out there in the Middle East? Y'all don't know shit about boxing. Because if you did, you would know that the energy sits with AJ and Wilder. Not WWE Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, who barely talks. And then when he does talk and he does show up, he's just showing funny faces and shit. Oh, I don't have anything to say between fights. I'm back home with my family spending my millions. I'll see y'all when it's time to fight. Man, we don't need you around doing that, man. Wilder and AJ is where it's at. Damn the Middle East. The Middle East missed out. Eddie, take this shit somewhere else, Holmes. Real spill, man. Salute to my homie Vincent Roof, man. Back in that super chat. Vincent, thank you, man, for holding down the donations today and sponsoring the live stream, my friend. I want to say thank you so much, man. Much love to you. He said, yo, main man, do you believe that Wilder and AJ will do more pay-per-view numbers than Fury and Usyk? I do. Absolutely. especially once, the content creators and everybody get involved. 100%, because the energy pushing the Wilder and AJ fight will be much different than the Fury and Usyk one. They don't have fan bases that are talkative like that. They don't have fan bases that are down to go to war. They don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Especially Usyk. Usyk he's just a boxing fan's fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just a boxing fan in general, you like Usyk. But he don't have that, like, at least not from what I see, especially not here in the good old US of A. Like, he don't have that ruckus crowd that's just pushed, that loves Usyk. You know what I mean? Maybe they back home in Russia. I don't know. But he damn sure ain't got him out here. And we know that Tyson Fury ain't got nothing going out here as well. The man sold like no tickets when he fought outside of Deontay Wilder. So absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Once my man Wilder get to screaming and yelling, and man, you get to seeing that right hand get to flinging and training, and everybody gonna be wondering, is AJ ready? Is he ready? Is he ready? You know what I'm saying? That whole storyline, man. Derrick James, time to prove. They say AJ over there working with Ben Davies, Tyson Fury's old trainer. And that ain't good either, because we know that Ben Davies, what does he teach? He teaches you to be a straight up twinkle toes. You ain't gonna have no aggression in your body fucking with Ben Davies. Why is all of Derrick James fighters seeking outside coaching, fight fans? Y'all ain't peeping that? I got Charlo bringing in Guzman. You got AJ over there fighting with Ben Davies. Ryan Garcia, well, we ain't seeing him and Derrick James together in months. And you know Ryan's probably got him a trainer on the low. These dudes got other trainers at this point. Hey, yo, your man Derrick James is losing his stable. It's very funny. Karma is a funny thing, fight fans. Karma is really real. Karma is real. And it's a bad chick in a red dress. But it's real. And she always comes around when you least expect. Damn, Derrick. Damn, homie. But we definitely want to see this AJ versus Wilder fight. So I just want to put it out there, man. Look, Eddie Hearn, we behind you, bro. If you real about putting together AJ and Wilder, hunting down a venue, trying to get people to participate, or maybe, help you out a little bit and try to get this off the ground, man, look, the people are with you, bruh. You ain't even got to work. The second that this thing gets announced, ain't nobody talking about no Fury and Usyk. It's going to be all AJ and Wilder. Go to Africa. Call up some other country that maybe want to have you forget about their atrocities that they commit against the world, so they want to wash it with some sports or whatever, like they doing in the Middle East. You go find another country that do that. That's all they doing in the Middle East. They trying to wash their little messed up image around the world. We all know what they doing. But their violations they're doing all over the place. And they trying to make people forget about it by putting on these Francis Ngannous and Tyson Furies and shit. Ain't nobody gonna forget about the atrocities that you commit against humankind. We ain't gonna forget about none of that, Joe. So take it to Africa, take it to Asia, take it somewhere. Bring it here to Vegas. It'll be sold out in any state you put it in here. You could put it in the smallest state. You could put it in Utah. You could put it in freaking Utah, and everybody's there. Everybody on a first class flight, a round trip ticket to Utah and shit. Don't matter. So I just hope Eddie Hearn, and I'm sure he's a promoter, but Eddie is also a politically driven promoter, meaning that it still has to benefit him, or if he doesn't see a certain level of benefit in it, then he'll stir Anthony Joshua right into a whole nother direction while using Deontay Wilder's name. Eddie can't be trusted. That's what's so messed up about it. Can't be trusted. Brando 7.6 says if you're a Wilder fan, you're showing up all day. No matter where it's at. No matter where. And that's what Eddie must understand. Wilder has a powerful fan base here in America, while AJ has his fan base out there in the UK. We got those fan bases got unfinished business. So when the fight gets announced, war starts. I remember the days. I remember going up against AJ Nation. And they rough. They rough. They more rougher than the Canelo fans. I tell you that. It's easy to smack the Canelo fans around. And it's way easy to smack the Spence fans around. The Spence fans ain't even no fun no more. You know what I'm saying? They just too easy. But the AJ fans, oh, y'all are down to go into the trenches. Me and y'all have had some times on live streams. Them AJ fans ain't quitting. And we will have a war across the water, fight fans. Lord knows. It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. And we need that. Especially over some damn Tyson Flipper and what's this dude he fighting? Francis. Freaking dude named Francis and shit. So whatever, man. It is what it is. Hey man, he say, yo, Canelo fans don't have to say nothing, man. Now Canelo fans, see what makes the Canelo fans so bad is that they give the most passes to their fighter than any fan base, meaning that Canelo can do anything and everything wrong and they see nothing. What are you talking about, huh, man? Canelo didn't do anything. All right, Canelo didn't do nothing. He didn't eat Mexican meat, okay? And if he did, so what? It's Canelo. He can do what he wants. That's the Canelo fans. And it's so hard to reach a logical point with Canelo fans. It is impossible. I had a big thing with them a couple years ago when we talked about number one pound for pound. They want to pull all up in here and tell me, yo, even though Canelo took PEDs, yeah, he's still number one pound for pound, man. And I had to break down Bud's record and resume and show you how he had to get like Bud. And then speaking of which, let's push on, fight fans. What's this word on the curb I'm hearing? What is this word on the curb, man? I'm hearing that Canelo and Charlo doing 650 to 700. Now, you know, I'm not big on this number stuff. I hate really reciting numbers, but it's being reported everywhere that Canelo is done and Charlo did 650 to 700,000 buys, which is damn good in today's climate. Don't get it twisted. That's damn good. However, fight fans, that's just like third best. You get me? That's just third best. Meanwhile, Earl and Bud outsold that, right? So Canelo fans, riddle me this. You take away his supposed popularity and cash cowness, what do we have? We got just an okay fighter. We got a fighter that's in the rankings, damn. I mean, yeah, he's undisputed, but these boys have taken his lane. They've outsold the cash cow. When Floyd was cash cow, no one was outselling them. If you think they were, give me a name. And don't worry, I'll wait. No one outsold Floyd. Floyd set the bar super high. Even when he fought Conor McGregor, set the bar super high. This is y'all cash cow getting shown up by other fighters? He's the cash cow? Canelo better take this as a sign. Granted, this is good numbers. Don't get me wrong, fight fans. And I'm sure they both make good money. But this ain't Canelo. This ain't Canelo. I'm just wondering, if these numbers keep heading south, Canelo's going to have to do something. Maybe he's going to have to do what the people asked. These numbers start hovering around 550, fight fans, and we got a problem. Why do we have a problem, man? 550 is still good because Canelo makes $50 million every time he fights. So how are we talking about him making $50+ million and he ain't moving $50 million worth of pay-per-views no more? Maybe he need to give David Benavidez or Demetrius Andrade a call. Maybe Canelo should try this. Do what the people ask. Try it. Just try it. Because clearly when, your fans don't care, they just down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? The 650 to 700,000, those are his people that's just there for whatever. which is still good once again. But if you don't want that number to keep trending down, bro, you better do what Mauricio said next spring, bro. And that is fight your mandatory. The winner of Andrade and Benavidez will be right there. That's 1 million pay-per-view buys all day. Don't miss me with it ain't Mainman. Oh, no, it ain't. Yes, it is. Especially David Benavidez. All day. All day. Do I want to see Jamal Charlo next? The answer is no. Not even after the Jose Benavidez fight. Miss me with the Jamal Charlo talk. Jamal is in rehab right now. Let him rehab himself. He's going to need a year. Minimum. A year, fight fans. I'm not going to be convinced by no Jose Benavidez fight. Jamal needs minimally a year to get back to where he needs to be. Because why? It ain't just physical. It ain't a physical thing with Jamal Charlo where his hand is hurt or his ankle is hurt. What's going on is that his mind is hurt. His mind is hurt. And if your mind is hurt, man, you're not well. Period. That takes time to heal. A long time. Sometimes longer than a year, for real. But he needs a year. And I don't need Canelo Alvarez being the opportunist that he's always known to be. Picking on 54-pounders. Right? Trying to pick people at crazy weights and all kinds of opportunist crap. I don't need him doing that for Jamal Charlo. Well, Mainman, he's beat Jose Benavidez. So, that should be a good enough thing, right, Mainman? Hell no. Anything less than the David Benavidez and Andrade winner is uncivilized. It's uncivilized, fight fans. And like I've been saying, any boxing fan out there, not one of y'all would sit back and say, yo, no, I don't want to see that fight. Not one. Not the pro Canelos, not the critics of Canelos. Not one of you would say that you don't want to see that fight. So Canelo, what are you doing? Your numbers are trending down. Because no one asked for Jamal Charlo. Your diehards showed up. That's about the right number for your diehards right there. But what's going to happen when you start seeing 500,000 and 400,000? While Tank Davis is still doing over 1 million. The conversation's going to change, Canelo. Real spill. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says, yo, imagine the undisputed champion at 68 fighting the number one contender / interim champion. Imagine. Yeah, right. I'm sure if his last name was Yildirim, I'm sure he would have jumped on it quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I mean? Quick, fast, and in a hurry, Brando says, yo, Floyd brought Marquez up 2 weight classes. Yeah, but that was Floyd also fresh out of jail, right? That was Floyd fresh out of jail. The same Marquez that also got outboxed by Timothy Bradley at 147. That same Marquez. But let's not get it twisted, bro. It ain't like, Floyd couldn't have picked somebody else at 47 and beat them all of the same. During that time, I mean, who was really fucking with Floyd? That's when Floyd was still kind of Floyd. Not to mention gave one of the most beautiful performances against Marquez, man. That was just a picture perfect performance. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting Marquez, man, ducking under shots, coming back, hit him again. Man, he was just doing so much defensive, just guru shit in that fight, man. It was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Now look at bro. He gonna run around and say Floyd brought everybody up 2 weight classes, man. Man, he ain't bring no Robert Guerrero up no damn 2 weight class. Guerrero was already he was already at 47 when Floyd fought him, man. He wasn't at 40. He was already at 47. So no, man, come on, man. You got to give Floyd his credit, bro. He beat Canelo. That's all that matters. He beat Canelo. Not to mention, no, I take that back, homie. He gave Canelo a Picasso. He gave Canelo a straight spanking. Canelo will never forget it for his entire career. Facts. I've never been beat like that in my life. I don't know. I couldn't touch him. He's just too fast. He just that's all it. And everyone thought that Canelo at that time was honestly gonna beat old man Floyd, but he didn't. So I just hope that Canelo just just realize that, man, people, you got to sometimes do what the people ask, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that Canelo Alvarez has honestly been saying a lot. He's been saying, oh, I won't do this or I won't do that. But if the people want it, if you know that's how it is, give the people what they want, bro. And the people will respond. Simple as that. Simple as that. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so we talked about that. So let's move on to this real quick, fight fans. Let's get on to this Showtime thing here in PBC. And I gotta tell y'all, man. So we heard news that break out this week. Dan Raphael, from what I understand, is the guy who was the lead journalist with this, where he came out and he basically told the world that the Showtime Championship Boxing and Premier Boxing Champions relationship may be coming to an end. And according to Dan Raphael, he's stating that this year will play out all the way to the end of the year as normal. But however, starting next year, that PBC will only do a handful of pay-per-views with Showtime. And that's going to mark basically the end of their relationship after next year. And there's also news starting to surface that possibly PBC is negotiating or speaking with Amazon. And maybe is going to be featured on Amazon Prime. And so people are wondering, like, is this the end of Showtime? Now, let's call it for what it is. No one from Showtime has vouched for this, fight fans. Steven Espinoza has been asked about this. And as he's given the typical response, like, oh, people said this in the past and see on what happened. So he hasn't vouched or stamped this, you know what I'm saying? And not to mention, if you listen to Dan Raphael's reporting, nothing is certain. So don't run around thinking that it's already locked in, it's for certain. I'm listening to these reporters and they're not reporting in a certain fashion. They're reporting in a fashion of what this could happen, but this may not happen. You know what I mean? So I caution everybody to sit back and wait. None of us are privy to these type of things right here. We just only kind of going by filtered information. So these things have came out in the past only to be proven to be untrue. So whenever it comes to these type of things, we don't know. But we only can hear what they're saying and just wait and see. You feel me? Because things change in the broadcasting. When you talk in the media world, the broadcasting world, something can be on today, off tomorrow. Something can be off tomorrow and on today. You just don't know. Numbers change. Demographics change as the months change. So we honestly just don't know. But I will say this. As I started off saying at the top of the program, I do not want to see Premier Boxing Champions go anywhere. I am beyond grateful of what Premier Boxing Champions does for the fight game. No one puts on better matchups. Nobody. You can try. You can peel one here, one there from whatever outfit, but it will never compare to what PBC has done in the fight game. Since the inception of PBC, since their early days, which Mainman has been here for all of them. Since the days of them coming through the doors, buying time on networks, to flipping the script and receiving money from networks to air their fights, to even getting to a point of having two major networks in Fox and Showtime paying them at the same damn time. That's something that no outfit did, fight fans. None. They've given us the most pivotal matchups. They have the best talent in the game. You may not like their business ways of what they do sometimes or how they move certain fighters. Like, for example, and I'll give a good example because, you know, me, man, I'm not allegiance to no outfit. I treat them all the same. But at the end of the day, I don't like what they do with Tank Davis, but it works for them. They make Tank Davis a lightning rod. They make him a popularity guy. But at the end of the day, I don't think that he's fighting stellar competition. But it's working for them because Tank is doing well over 1 million pay-per-views. So, but you can't say that they're moving every fighter like Tank. That's just good for Tank. But they ain't moving, say, Earl Spence that way. They're not doing that with him. They're not doing it, say, with a Gary Antoine Russell who's already been in there with damn good smoke. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like all of their fighters got different stories, different paths, different ways of marketing. It's different. It's like a rainbow coalition or some shit, fight fans. And they have fighters from all walks and backgrounds. Like they have the most diverse stable, hands down, perhaps in the fight game. And I respect the business savvy of Al Haymon. I really, really do. I respect how he made his product the hottest product in the sport. I respect how he can take his fighters and the whole power shift in boxing shifts according to how PBC moves. And y'all may not want to believe that, but that's just the facts. I respect the fact how he came into the game with $500 million from an investment firm. Bought up time slots across the board. Featured his fighters on regular television where more eyeballs were seen on these fighters, making them household names. Coming into the game, raising the prices of all of his fighters. Why? Because none of them were locked in promotional outfits, so all of them can be plucked off. But the thing is, they can't be plucked off if they're paid very well. That's why Eddie, with his $1 billion in DAZN, couldn't pluck nobody off but Daniel Jacobs and shit. And Jacobs is like, you know what, fuck you, Al. He got billions. I'm going over here with him. But he couldn't pluck nobody else off. He's a promoter. These boys ain't got promoters. They ain't locked into no promoter outfit, but they didn't take a step off of PBC because Al had them. And so he made them do a thing that was unprecedented, where basically you fight, you don't have a promoter, but you do fight, and you are still getting the most eyeballs put on you and the biggest checks. And then he did go through a spell of a dry period where my guess was they spent a lot of money in those early days. And then once they started to receive money from these networks, well, things couldn't be put on the same way as they were before. Because now you're operating under budgets. At first they wasn't. They were on their own budget. And so he just flipped the whole business model, bro, from paying his way to making them pay him for his fighters. I respect it. Now, my thing is, now with this talk about Amazon Prime, I don't give a damn who the network is, fight fan. I'm not pro network for any of them. But I will say this: PBC walks off Showtime, you can cancel my subscription ASAP. I'm cutting that shit. I don't watch TV. I don't watch nothing on Showtime but the fights. The second that PBC walks off Showtime will be the second that Mainman will be saving $20 a month. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. And guess what? I already got Amazon Prime because I got the Amazon Prime shipping stuff. And you get the streaming service free with that. So if they go to Amazon Prime, I'm with it. I already got it. Now, Dan Raphael also came out and stated, fight fans. I mean, not Dan Raphael, I'm sorry. But the reporting out here is stating that if they was to go to Amazon Prime, no one knows honestly what that looks like. It could be a fight by fight basis. It could be a one-off. It could be no one really knows what that looks like. And PBC has done business in so many ways where they'll be with one network for a while and they're not with them no more. Then they're with the next one and they're not with them no more. So you don't know what the longevity of it is. But if Amazon is smart and they're really trying to get a foothold into sports, you would stick with PBC. You would stick with PBC. I don't give a damn what network it is. I'm not pro networks, fight fans. When HBO went out, man, it hurt my heart to see them go because of the nostalgia of looking at HBO for so many years and all the way back to the days of George Foreman commentating, of Emmanuel Stewart commentating, like those days of HBO, man. Like I've been watching HBO for so many years in boxing where it was nostalgic. So to see them go hurt a little bit, but it's like, damn, you know, it's messed up, but let's keep pushing. Long as the fight game is still on. That's all I care about. I don't care who puts it on. Long as it's on. Now, I'm an entrepreneur, fight fans, and I have an entrepreneur mind. So my deal is when your product is this damn hot, you technically don't need nobody. Why don't they just, I just wish somebody would, Top Rank is the only ones that tried it back in the day to do their own little net. They had a Top Rank network at once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? Why don't PBC try it? Why are you, this is the era of the gig economy, where everything is a gig now. Walking your dog is a gig. Like, people do that as a gig. Everything is a gig. Washing car tires is a gig. Everyone's entrepreneur minded. Be your own boss. Be your own, in control of your own thing. You got the hottest product. Why not try it? Your own streaming service. You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder. But another thing also, fight fans, and this is something that I've been speaking about over the course of the last couple weeks. Y'all heard me come out and say this a couple weeks ago. And you know what, man? And I keep saying this, and I want to say this on the air. And I'm just going to say this, man. I have to show much more respect to my sources. Because when y'all come at me with information, y'all should be on point, man. And I be so hesitant with it because I just be like, yo, you sure? I don't want to jump out the window. And yo, man, I was already in the know with this shit weeks ago, fight fans. Real spill. This is not an understatement. All from the Crawford and Spence shit. I knew about the whole moving of the date, the whole budget shit, all of that shit. I just didn't jump on it and believe it enough to want to push it out to the people. That's real. That's being honest. I've been leaving breadcrumbs. If they play with the date, they play with the weight, and so on and so forth. I told y'all it had nothing to do with weight stuff and all of that. It had all to do with the budgets of Showtime. They're trying to serve this up for next year. The whole thing, like that was all told to me weeks ago, dog. Real spill. So I want to give once again a major apology to the sources that looked out, and y'all know who you are. My apologies, and I will not be as hesitant next time. I would be. We could have honestly broke this shit. That's crazy. But the thing is though, fight fans, also is that the one thing, if I had to walk away with any negative criticism, and I know a lot of my fam out there, I know a lot of y'all are not super pro PBC. I know my main man DGO. he ain't PBC friendly at all, dog. You know what I'm saying? But the only negative, if I had to say a negative on PBC that does kind of get under my skin, and I'm not appreciative of this at all. I don't care what nobody's saying. You ain't gonna never change my mind on it. And that is what they've done to the pay-per-view. That is something that that's the one thing. I don't care about the matchups. I'm content with overall. Their events, I'm content with overall. What they've done over the years, I can honestly say I'm more content with the things that they've done than have not done over the years. But the one thing that I honestly can't forgive them for is what they did to the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is not meant to be a freaking fundraiser. It never was. And y'all straight stole that from the boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view was always for gigantuan events with heavy significance, stuff that meant something. Just you could throw a party for the head. It was for the people to gather around for these big fights, these big events, and to make them special with the pay-per-view. You wanted to pay the fighters and see them make more money and be put on a bigger stage because of how monumental the fight was. Well, that whole idea, that whole ideology is just gone. And they've convinced the people that putting guys like Charles Martin and freaking and Andy Ruiz or Chris Areola and Andy Ruiz on pay-per-view. And they do this now because the budgets were so low that they had to pay their fighters. And the way that they were paying their fighters was with them low pay-per-view numbers. They didn't care about the numbers. They didn't care about hitting 500, 600,000 or $1 million. No, it was just make enough dollars to make sure that these dudes can make some money. And that's never what the pay-per-view was for. And it damaged the reputation of the pay-per-view. It damaged it. PBC was putting on a pay-per-view every month. That's not what the pay-per-view was for. That's not what it was designated for. They was doing this shit damn near every week. Oh yeah, 3 PBC fights on this week, 2 of them on pay-per-view, with fighters you never heard of before. And you may say, well, man, that's how they had to do it. No, it don't work that way, Joe. Some things you do in boxing, you got to keep as is. You got to keep it, because that was for special moments, for special things. Now there's no more special. There's no more special. This, if anything, it had the opposite effect and led people to want to go and get the links more. Because it's like, dog, I'm not paying for this. No, hell no. Y'all ain't even cut the price. Like, you could at least say, you know what, since it's a lower tier, if I give it to him for $30, $25. Now y'all still want to charge a nice amount of money for them mediocre fights. And y'all were only doing it to pay their fighters. That's not how it goes, fight fans. We pay for enough. We pay for enough. Between all of the apps, between going to the fights and supporting all of the fights, not to mention all of the pay-per-view, like, no, we pay for enough. And then you want to throw any little crap on pay-per-view? That was the biggest thing I had with PBC, champ. And I'm like, man, go ahead, man. Y'all done ruined the freaking pay-per-view and shit. Ruined it. Or just y'all turned the pay-per-view into a welfare system. Turned it into a fundraiser. It's a fucking lemonade stand. You done turned the pay-per-view into a lemonade stand, fight fans. Nah, man. It's not what it's about. That's not how we do things, man. And that's the only thing that PBC did that I can sit back and say, nah, bro, y'all straight butchered the pay-per-view. And you did it for your own selfish reasons. Because honestly, this was the way y'all didn't have no cash on hand or whatever reason. The Showtime stopped providing guarantees, stopped providing cash to y'all. And so y'all start getting it out of the pockets of the people. As if the people in the building wasn't even enough. But aside from that, fight fans, PBC is very, very, very necessary. And it will break my boxing heart to see these boys go. What say y'all? What say y'all? Let's go through some comments, man. Let's say y'all, man. What say y'all? Yeah, man. Brando says, yo, man, Amir Khan would have been one of Floyd's best wins. Hell to the nah, Amir Khan wouldn't have been no Floyd's best win, man. You tripping, bro. You forgot all the people that Floyd beat, man, as Pretty Boy. Yeah, you know, the money made crowd always forget about Pretty Boy, dog, and all of the things, the beautiful things that Pretty Boy did, and everybody that he fought. You know how many people that Amir Khan would have lost to that Floyd fought? I mean, the list is kind of long, dog, to be honest, and I believe, you know what I mean? Origin says, yo, man, Canelo tattooed the date that Floyd whooped his ass on his body. Big facts. Big facts. He ain't gonna never forget it. It's tattooed on his brain. It's tattooed on his brain. I can't believe I got schooled like that. That was like the schooling of the century. I don't think no one has been schooled that bad over the course of the last 10 years. Canelo's schooling is like one of a kind. That was like, dog, I'm telling you, if I'm a boxing coach and I got a gym full of kids and they trying to learn the fundamentals of the fight game, I'm putting that fight on right there. I'm putting that fight on right there. I'm telling you, man. Floyd was a bad man, dog, and he just like dismantled Canelo. Just dismantled him. He said Canelo still wants the Floyd rematch. He'll take it too. Remember a couple years ago, he was dead serious about he was talking about it, and he was serious. If Floyd was to even think about signaling that fight, bro, Canelo will probably take it with a heartbeat. Oh, I get revenge now. And look, he would beat 50-year-old Floyd Mayweather and run around like he did something. Oh, I'm the best. Look how you doing with Charlo. Oh, I'm back. After beating a 54-pounder, you are straight feeling yourself. Okay, cool. Had that type of energy for Big David. Had that type of energy for David when he come around. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says Canelo fight twice at 40. He fought twice at 40 there and moved to 47. Yeah, Canelo came a long way. Canelo came a long way. You know what I'm saying? Canelo beat Charlo's ass last Saturday, and you talking about something that happened 9 years ago. Yeah, he beat the 54-pounder's ass, bro. That's real, I get. But bro, you gotta explain, you gotta understand though, Brando. Some of us don't get like super impressed with that. He beat a 54-pounder. He's a 68-pounder. Like, that's nothing to be just jumping over the moon for, especially since I'm sure that 99.99999% of people pick Canelo to win the fight. Why? Not because of how great he is, because of the size difference. That's the only reason. And that's calling it for what it is. People pick Canelo because of the size difference. Put someone in there his size and see how many people rush to Canelo's side then. Ask that same question about someone in his class like Benavidez. And I don't think it will be that overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you seem to be very excited about that Charlo winning. Hey, it's a win. When we did ask for that fight years ago, I know I was one of them for sure, that asked for Charlo and Canelo when Canelo was at 54, of course. And when he moved to 60, I asked him to fight Jamal when he was at 60. Now he's at 68. He's down to fight. I'm just not impressed, bro. I'm just not impressed. What he did is the same thing of Bud Crawford beating on Devin Haney. Would you give Bud Crawford a ton of credit for beating on Isaac Pitbull Cruz? Would you be sitting here holding Bud Crawford as an all-time great for beating Isaac Pitbull Cruz? I don't think you would, bro. I really don't think you would. So that's the same way you would probably feel about that is how I feel about this Canelo win. Cool. No one asked for it, bro. No one was thinking about it. It came out of left field and right field. It came from the infield and the outfield. It just came out of nowhere. No one asked for it, but Canelo found a way to get away from Big David. I'm sorry, bro. I cannot. Look, y'all got to stop. We have to stop lowering the bar in boxing. I'm going to say that one more time because Lord knows that got to be said. We must stop lowering the bar in boxing. For all of these fighters, not just the Canelo thing. All of these fighters. The only ones that are moving like true fighters is Shakur and Bud. The rest of these dudes, they moving to how the wind blowing. They are lowering the bar. Y'all are eating it up like Scooby Snap. Oh my, they're so great. Yeah, because they got 1 billion followers on Twitter. Who he beat? Y'all don't want to have that conversation. Stop lowering the bar in boxing. Y'all giving Canelo, he's supposed to have a parade for beating a 54-pounder? Stop lowering the bar. And this is what me and the modern boxing fan is going left and right, man. I'm being real with y'all fight fans. Like, this is what I don't get about today's boxing. And this is why, honestly, I sometimes think to myself, and I say to myself, maybe the fight game is leaving Mainman. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I think about that a lot, man. I say to myself, I think the fight game might just be leaving Mainman because I don't really care for where the sport is going. I don't care where it's at. I don't like the reaction of that people give to we come from, a lot of us boxing fans come from looking at previous eras and looking at what boxing was and what it is. And it seems like to me that today is about easy routes, easy popularity, doing jack shit in the fight game and getting overly praised for it. And I'm sick of it, bro. Like, I can't cover this shit. I can't cover this overpraising of nothing. This overpraising of absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, well, I ain't even gonna go there, but I'm just gonna say the overpraising of nothing. Now, if you got a fighter that's moving through classes, winning belts along the way, those fighters deserve to be praised night and day for sure. But you got some fighter fighting on little dudes, fighting on just dudes who they think that's gonna make noise, like a Rolly fight and all that. Like, that shit is trash. This is the stuff that we are heralding around the fight game. And it's sad, bro. And this is why I be like, yo, man, I don't know where the fight game is at, man. When I came into this thing, man, we was talking about Keith Thurman. We was talking about Sean Porter. We was talking about Floyd and Pacquiao. We was talking about all of those great fighters. Just they were all squaring off all of this high levels of skill. And somewhere around 2018, 2019, maybe 2020, boxing just took a major decline in to me in just what it was. It took on a different identity. It took on a different identity. And now I don't know, man. I just until I start seeing, people worthy of praise, then I will give it to them. But a lot of these folks, I'm sorry, fight fans, they ain't doing shit. And y'all making it like they've done things from all-time greats and shit. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's so uninspiring to a certain degree, dog. It really, really is, bro. It's really uninspiring. You see, I don't know. I don't want to go too much in that. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says, yo, man, Floyd got nearly 30 champions on the resume. If you don't know then that says a lot about your boxing knowledge, my guy. Facts. It's a lot of champions. It's a lot of champions, dog. A lot of champions. A lot of champions. This man said Amir Khan would have been the best dude, one of the best guys on Floyd's resume. Lord have mercy on me. Lord have mercy on me. Origin says, yo, Canelo literally recently just said that even Floyd can't beat him right now. Canelo's still traumatized from that ass whooping. He ain't gonna ever forget that ass whooping. Why is Canelo speaking about Floyd? Floyd doing exhibitions and shit, man. Like, why he worried about Floyd, bro? It must really sting Canelo, bro. He ain't gonna never forget that, man. Canelo probably even watches that like, damn, I can learn something from this. I can learn from Floyd on this. One of the most beautiful fights known to, I mean, just beautiful fight. The way Floyd was just, his reflexes was on a million. And that was old man Floyd. Reflexes was on a Billy, Joe. A Billy. Man, oh man. That's a lot of champs, man. Hey, look here, man. Canelo gonna always, he's gonna have to live with that, bro. Being spanked that bad by Floyd Mayweather. He's just gonna have to live. He's gonna have to live with it, man. And Canelo got away with a lot of close calls too, man. That Austin Trout fight, very close. That Erslandy Laura fight, very close. Very close. I'm just saying, man. All I do know is, Brando, is that at the end of the day, Ginger needs to be in the ring with Andrade or David Benavidez. And I think that you want to see that fight too, fam. You want to see that fight too. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can fight. You say anyone can fight ex-champions. Bro, I know you not in here trying to big up Canelo over no Floyd, bro. No, you ain't trying to do that, bro. That's like a Spence fan coming in here trying to big up Earl over Bud. How can you do that when the ass whooping happened? As long as the ass whooping is there, bro, you can't say nothing. It's like you're going to always hit a ceiling. And that ceiling is the ass whooping. No matter how far in your debate, your resume talk, or whatever you want to say about Floyd, it will always be capped off with the ass whooping. That's just like the Spence fans. They can't say nothing to Bud fans. They got to go around and hunt for little, small, dumb shit. Because at the end of the day, they know they can't say but so much because the ass whooping happened. You can say what you want. You know, you can try to change narratives all day and all that. As long as that ass whooping is sitting right there, it don't matter what you say. We got pictures. We got videos. We can put them up here. Matter of fact, let me show you how easy this shit is, right? If a Spence fan was to walk up in here right now and talk that talk, the only thing I would do is just put this picture up and shut their asses up. Brother, I don't give a fuck about your debates. I don't care about your supposed knowledge that you Googled all night and found something think you got. I don't care about none of that. I got this picture. As long as I got this picture, you got nothing. I don't give a damn about the rest. The fight happened. And it's the same way with Canelo and Floyd. At any given time, I could put clips of that on here and it will shut down any Canelo Floyd argument known to man. You can never get around things once the ass whooping has happened. Just always remember that, champ. Always remember that. Always remember that. It's just honestly, you're going down it makes you look kind of like, you know, man, like you reaching, like you reaching, you looking for something so hard where it's like, bro, let's just talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to go through Floyd's resume. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to say, oh, this person was better than that person. And look who Canelo fought and Floyd didn't fight that guy or he didn't fight this guy. We don't have to do that, champ. We ain't got to do none of that. All we got to do is put the fight on. See how easy that is? That's what the modern boxing fans don't like to do. And this is becoming more and more of a sickness in the boxing community. It's more like whenever your fighter you don't want to talk about the fight game. We go around talking about their shoes, their socks, what they did here, what they did there, what business they doing and all of it. But no one wants to talk about the fight. That's all I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also noticing that, like, that's how David Benavidez for so many years got ignored by Canelo and his fans, because y'all didn't want to talk about it. There was nothing to talk about. Oh, Demetrius Andrade, y'all didn't want to have no talks about it. Oh, he's a horrible fighter. He's just such a horrible. And y'all was cool with the nursery rhyme shit. Y'all was cool with the Mother Goose stuff. That Bama ass shit that he said. Y'all was cool with it. No one don't want to have the talk. Well, how does Canelo do versus Andrade? Well, no one wants to talk about that. How would Canelo fight in the trenches versus Benavidez? Well, no one don't want to talk about that. Who cares, man? He's the cash cow. Your favorite buzzwords and shit. Oh, who cares, man? He's the face of boxing. Man, shut that dumb shit up. He is not the face of boxing. He is the face of Mexican boxing, but he ain't the face of boxing. How you the face of boxing when Terrence Crawford is doing bigger numbers? Oh, I'm going to use that. That's part of Mainman's talking points now. Oh yeah, Canelo fans. How is he anything when when Terrence Crawford is outselling him? He got to get like Bud, just like the rest of them. It ain't easy to get like Bud. Look at Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo tried to do it what Bud did and go up 3 classes and become undisputed, right? The same thing that Bud did, and he failed. It ain't that easy. They got to all get like Bud, and now Canelo got to have numbers like Bud. They got to get like Bud. Y'all want to call him the face of boxing. Meanwhile, Bud Crawford is winning everything and got the better numbers. And everyone is talking about him day in and day night and day out. And ain't nobody going to talk about Canelo until next May. I mean, am I tripping out? Am I lunching? I mean, he don't have the better numbers. Bud is beating better. I mean, coming off of better fights, better performances. I'm just asking a question. It's a simple question. Hey, Brand, I want to give a major salute to Brando 7x6, man. I appreciate your engagement today, fam. I really, really do. We don't get many Canelo fans standing on their words like you're doing, and I actually respect it. Real spill. He said, yo, Andre got dropped by Vanis. And that means what, bro? And that means what? And that means what? He got dropped by. Did he lose the Vanis? You just taking any little thing you can find, man. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo fought Amir Khan. All right, if that's the case. Hell, man, your man Brando fighting a good fight, man. And I really respect it. I really respect it. He said, yo, man, Vanis got knocked out by old washed up Triple G in 5 rounds, man. That is very true. That is very true. But I mean, people may ask the question, did Canelo beat Austin Trout? Did he really beat Austin Trout? Really? And people may say that also that Demetrius Andrade didn't, take Vanis to a mystery weight and fight him outside of his weight class and or fight him when he was past his prime like Canelo did with Cotto. I mean, people wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And people won't say that Canelo Alvarez ducked my main man Sergio Martinez. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that neither. How Canelo nor Gennady Golovkin wanted no smoke with Sergio Maravilla Martinez back in his heyday, when he was beating on Paul Williams, when he was beating on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Kelly Pavlik. Well, how come Canelo and Triple G didn't come calling? Riddle me that. How come nobody can come call? How come they wasn't around when Sergio was out here stinging Bammers? Riddle me that. But Canelo's so great. Golovkin is so great. How come Canelo had to bring Golovkin up to a weight class that he never fought at? You know what? This list is getting long. And my pen is running out of ink. He brought 40-year-old Golovkin up to 68 where he never fought at 68. I mean, okay. And you know what? I like Canelo to a certain degree. I like him to a certain degree. He's done some good things in his career. Some things I will give him credit for, but a lot of that shit has been a lot of opportunist crap. And you know, his Euro run that he just came off of, all of that shit, man. Come on, bro. There was a lot of names out there he could afford, and that's all we've ever said. And you don't see guys. Once again, I got to bring it back to Bud because he is the example. He is the example. Never ran away from no one at no weight class. Cleaned out classes. Meanwhile, Canelo cherry picks classes. Well, I'll fight this guy, but I won't fight that guy. I'll fight him, but only at this weight. I'll fight that guy, but I won't fight David for the belt. But since Avney's gonna be the mandatory, I'll go after that belt now. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Has Floyd ever done anything like that? Riddle me that. Brando says, horrible business move, but as a boxer, that's badass. I hear you, man. I hear you. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says, say that. Think about Floyd beating Canelo again, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. You know, the crazy thing is that, like, if Floyd was to just play around with it, Slim, you know, Floyd, that's crazy. He probably got about 150 million at his fingertips for that fight. Pacquiao fight too. Think about it. If Floyd would have rematched Pacquiao, that would have been another 150 to 200 million in his pocket. He literally walked away from that. How many people you know walking away from 150 million? Think about that shit, fight fans. Y'all don't think that Floyd would have got that in a rematch with Canelo or Pacquiao? He literally left hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. That's unheard of. That's insane. And smart man. I mean, he protecting his legacy, right? Because things can always go wrong. You don't want to keep giving people chances after you dusted them or whatever. But he literally left at least. Just think about it. A rematch with Manny and a rematch with Canelo. That's both of them fights. That's about 200 million for Floyd right there in his pocket. And he said, "No, I don't want it. No, it's all right. I already beat him. I'll go find money over here doing exhibitions with Logan Paul and all of these dudes. He'll just go make his money," and just left them hanging. I mean, that's crazy. That's just crazy to me, dog. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard no one ever do nothing like that. Especially no athlete. Especially no boxer. Ain't no fighter walking away from no $150 million. And especially when you know you're not going to make that in your next few fights or so. That's crazy, dog. Mr. All Hell Breaks Through says, yo, main man, I walked away from $75 because I don't like helping people move coochies and shit. What? What you talking about, Mo? You walked away from $75 because you don't help people move couches or coochies. I swear it look like you type coochies and shit, bro. Oh, couches and shit. Oh, I got you. $75. I mean, who moving couches for $75? Nah, man. Hey, nah, but athletes don't do that, man. They don't walk away from $150 to $200 million. Like what? Even if you lose, you win. But Floyd's, honestly, his 50-0 was more important to him. You have to think about it that way. His 50-0 was more important to him than risk losing it against giving these dudes another shot. That's crazy to me, man. And that's why I always say what y'all want about Floyd, man, but ain't nobody do it like he did it. He did it on his own time. Canelo learned a lot from Floyd. A lot. How to move, how to pick opponents to a certain degree. Like, he learned a lot from the previous cash cow. And he even learned from the ass whooping. I always say that. And look, man, y'all need to honestly give Canelo credit for that. He learned from that Floyd fight. He emerged from that fight as a totally different fighter. He did not emerge from that fight as the same guy. He learned how to try to, maintain his stamina a bit better. But most importantly, he incorporated much more upper body movement with his style. Where he was starting to move at the waist. He was fighting on a rhythm. He don't do that as much as he used to no more because he's aging. But from those years right after Floyd, when he was going through the Lauras and the Angulos and the Cottos, and when he was like at that stage in his career, he had took what he had learned from the Mayweather fight, and he was instituting it in those fights. And he was a much better version of himself. The only thing is that stamina started to catch up with him again. And then he started to take clenbuterol, and then, I think the stamina issues disappeared for about a fight or two. But this is crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy. D-Lo says, yo, I knew D-Lo was going to respond to this one. Varnes lost to Laura, then was out for 2 years and fought Triple G on like a month's notice because Canelo got caught doping. I mean, I wish you would have put that last word in caps too, fam. Doping. Big facts, man. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Hey, man, come on, bro. It's no comparison, man. It's nothing that no Canelo fan's gonna be able to say why he didn't fight Andre. And see, like I always go, Brando, and I'm not picking on you or nothing. You just the Canelo fan that's in here standing up for Canelo. And that is you gotta understand, man. Canelo Alvarez is. I don't want to get too negative, man. But he got, at the end of the day, he does got a doping scandal. You know what I'm saying? And that's huge too. That's something that Floyd never got. Say what you want about your suspicions. He got a doping scandal, bro. And when people run around and talking about all of this stuff that with the people that Andre fought or anyone else fought, the question that is going to force us to ask is, what about the people that Canelo did fight? What about the John Ryders of the world and the Callum Smiths of the world and the Abney Yildirims of the world? Like, the people they fought in their past and shit, they ain't beat no one and fought nobody. But he fights them, but he won't fight Andre. Or he won't fight David Benavidez. You call Andre the horrible fighter, but go on a Euro tour. You call Andre the horrible fighter, but then turn around and fight his rival in Billy Joe Saunders. Make that make sense. Oh, I won't fight Andre, but I'll fight his right. I'll fight Billy Joe Saunders, the other guy who got caught doping. How does that make any sense? How does any of that make any sense? This is why I don't like when people who take up for Canelo start to talk about, well, what someone sold or who someone beat. Because, he's been fighting too many people that ain't done jack crap for any of y'all to have that type of argument. That's what I'm saying. Now, I give you what John Ryder, he beat Daniel Jacobs when Daniel Jacobs was, it's towards the end of his career. Callum Smith beat a George Groves who was at the end of his career. What the hell do these boys do? But you call Andre a horrible fight. Man, come on, man. Canelo need to cut it out, man. Need to cut it out. He need to cut it out. But it is what it is, man. Floyd also never fought under Vada, says Brando. When Floyd was fighting, Vada was just getting established. As far as the them using Vada in the sport of boxing. Prior, I mean, you got to understand, Floyd was always doing USADA because Vada wasn't always around. Vada just became more prominent in the last couple years. It was always the USADA, because USADA also does what's called Olympic style drug testing. Now, I always say this, but Floyd was actually kind of sort of trolling with the whole Olympic style drug testing, but still, they were, prior to Vada, they were considered the gold standard. And Vada, during that time towards Floyd's end of his career, they were just really getting their feet up under him with coming into the fight game. They wasn't around like that far back, that long ago. You see what I'm saying? So, we'll see, man. But I mean, Floyd has never failed no test, never came close to failing no test. Well, I mean, I know you might say whatever you might want to say about the IV, but he ain't failed no test. The fact of the matter is, Canelo failed the test. Failed the test miserably. And got a slap on the wrist by Mauricio. Got hooked up to a certain degree. Not to mention, Canelo also has moved down in weight and fought less of... Oh, I ain't even going to do that, man. When he went and fought the Smith, bro, he go and fight... He's up at 160. Goes down to 54 to fight Liam Smith. Beats him for the belt, right? Vacates the belt. Comes back up to 60. Why do you go down and wait to a fight a 54-pounder? Has Floyd ever done anything like that? Has Floyd ever done anything? Has he moved to 47 and moved down to 40, or moved to 40 and moved back down to 35 to fight when he's the bigger dude, he's the biggest man there? That's what Canelo did. And what was the purpose of the Khan fight? Riddle me that. What was the purpose? Does anybody know? Why fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at a catch weight of, where would they fight at? 166 or where they fight at? 165 or something crazy like that? Why? But I will say this, because I've been beating up on Canelo all stream. So I'm going to say this in closing. And I stand on this, Brando. And I've said this in the last couple live streams. And I'm a firm believer. Canelo Alvarez defeats the winner of this fight, of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. All is forgotten, in my opinion. At that point, he would have been fought well beyond that scandal and actually beat a high caliber fighter that the people are asking him to fight. Then we can talk about restoring Canelo to a higher position. But he got to do that shit, bro. Fighting 40-year-olds, bringing them to higher weight classes they never fought at. Fighting 54-pounders. That ain't enough for Mainman. That may be enough for today's casual, and there's a lot of them out there. Granted. But to us who pay close attention to the fight game, he ain't done jack shit. And I'm being 100 with you. Beat the winner of this fight, and then talk to me. Look at these two. Benavidez and Andrade. They fighting each other. That's a hard scrap and it's going to be a hard loss for one of the men. Whether it's Andrade or Benavidez, bro, it's going to be a very, very hard loss. It's going to send one of these dudes into damn near depression. I'm telling you. For one, both of them got an O. For two, both of them in the position to get the biggest fight of their career with Canelo. Either man loses, they losing all of that shit. This was what I'm talking about. This is boxing. What Canelo did with Charlo the other night was business. That's what that was. Vada was also the cheaper option. Vada is never the cheaper option, bro. Vada is never the cheaper option. You know what I'm saying? Vada needs to be paid more for their services, though, I will admit. for what they get. What's up with the clean boxer program? Is that shit still even in existence? You know what I mean? Is it still in existence? Hey, hey, bro, that's facts. That's big facts. You can't move the goalpost if he does it. I won't. I guarantee you I won't. I promise you I won't. I've been here 10 toes down, brother, asking for that fight for as long as I can remember. I can't escape it. The fam won't let me escape it. Mainman, you've been saying for years, Mainman, you said if he fight Benavidez, you've been asking for the Benavidez. Bro, I couldn't walk away from those words if I tried. There ain't enough private videos to hide all of the videos and the live streams that I've said that on, man. No way. I'd be right here. And I'd be like, Canelo is the dude. He is the dude. And we're going to talk about him on numerous live streams in a different light. If he gets through this. I'm not like most boxing fans. I'm not about the what ifs. I'm not about the make-believe crap. I'm not about the eye test. You got to show man. I got to see it, homie. And from Canelo, I haven't seen it for quite some time. And that's just being honest. But when he do it, I'll give it to him, bro. Not what he did to Sergey Kovalev. Right? Catching Kovalev after a 12-round grueling fight in a matter of weeks. Come on, bro. That's the crap that you're not going to pull on boxing. They pull that on the casuals. That's the business of boxing working. The business of boxing don't like guys like Mainman. They don't care for us. Truth tellers. Truth sayers. They don't like us very much. We burst their bubbles. We pull the curtain back on shit and say, really? Where is Roger Mayweather when you need him? Where is Roger Mayweather when you need him? Man, I got to get that t-shirt so I can wear it on here, bro. I swear I'm going to get that t-shirt, bro. I'm going to order up one ASAP. I'm going to get me a Roger Mayweather shirt to sit on this platform with that bad boy on. And y'all know what Roger Mayweather's famous quote is. Y'all know exactly what it is. Man, I'm going to sit up on here with that t-shirt on. Goodness gracious. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Richard Pettigrew, man. Thanks for coming on through. Salute to you, champ. Salute to you. D-Lo says, yo, man, when they justify a guy not fighting another champion, they don't think that he can win. I can hear Adrian yelling to Rocky, you can't win. Hey, man. Hey. There is no anyone that does that. That's fact. You just showing pussy vibes. You just showing pussy vibes. You have pussy vibes. There's nothing wrong with, I guess, having pussy vibes, right? I don't have pussy vibes, but if you wonder, well, I don't think that he should fight that or he should. You got pussy vibes. It's as simple as that. Canelo has done, and this is the things that his fans don't like when I start talking about. He's done too much getting over in the sport. And when he started off very well, doing it down at the lower weight classes, the 47s, and when he was moving up to 54, man, I was respecting him heavy going into that Floyd fight. Before all of the crap started. When he was Canelo, like going through Austin Trout, that wasn't easy, man. That was noteworthy. That's when Trout was Trout. And he went in there and he put Trout on his ass. He was a youngin' when he did it. He was a kid when he did it. So when he came in the game, bro, he did it the right way. If something happened post Floyd, and I don't know, he got real business savvy. But then again, he did come up under Oscar, and he came up under Floyd. I mean, those are two fighters that know the business game more than. Matter of fact, those were the two cash cows before him. Those were the two before him, right? And he came up right up under those two. So he instituted a lot of crap, but they didn't even do the crap that Canelo did. With the catch weights and the funny weights and the funny moving, and they didn't do all of that, bro. Canelo took it to the 10th power, and so he got to make his career right. If he's sitting around wondering why oh, how did I go? I mean, everybody wanted the Charlo fight, and you telling me they only did 600,000 to 700,000. Everybody wanted the fight. I mean, not to say that that's bad, but that's not Canelo. Everybody wanted to fight, but this is what you did. It's gonna get worse. Keep doing what you want to do, bro. Keep on doing what you want to do. So I'm hoping for the best in this situation, man. I'm really am, bro. And I just really hope that that all of this comes full circle. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of legacy in it for either three of these fighters. There is a lot of legacy in this situation. Canelo can literally, I'm telling you, boxing fans would almost give him, I don't want to say fresh start. He's too far in the game for a fresh start. But they would give him a different energy. You will be forced to. You will be forced to. Man. So let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Say 164 with Junior coming down from 75. Man, if that ain't an opportunist, I don't know what is. For what? And you let me tell you, D-Lo, in my opinion, the reason he did that, because losing to Chavez Jr. would have meant Canelo would have been history. So he had to ensure that he didn't lose that fight. Think about it. Chavez Jr., the name recognition alone. And him beating a Canelo, a Chavez beating a Canelo. A Chavez beating a Canelo. Canelo knew, I could not lose this fight under any circumstances. I better bring him down to a catch weight. Even though Chavez ain't all that good, one can land and something can go left, and Canelo was not going to take that risk because Canelo can be replaced by another Mexican. Hence why his fear of Benavidez. I get it. Oh, man, he's not Mexican. He's not close enough. He's close enough. They'll accept him. He'll be acceptable. And Canelo knows if he loses that fight, he loses more than he can chew. Losing to Charlo, he can live through that. Can't live through losing to Benavidez. Can't live through losing to Charlo. I mean to Chavez. Can't live through those things. His spot gets taken. Canelo knows when to hold him and when to fold him. And so I'm calling him out. I am not going to let his fans help him escape this position that he's in. I have been waiting years for this position to come full circle. And I want to see it. I told you, I want to see if he vacates. I want to see if the WBC is going to whittle up a franchise Canelo belt and shit. I want to see all of this. I want to see it, fight fans. Because Mauricio, salute to you. You finally grew a pair. And you're holding Canelo's feet to the fire. Those are his words right there, fight fans. He is mandatory contender. David Benavidez is mandatory contender for the WBC. Benavidez's term for mandatory status is March 2024. Okay. Now, I noticed that Mauricio keeps saying Benavidez. What about if Andre wins? Does this same offer go? You got to watch Mauricio, dog. Does this same offer extend to Andre if he wins? Riddle me that. I think the answer might be no. We'll say yeah. Boxing is funny like this. You notice he's setting Benavidez's term for the. Benavidez got a fight coming up. So what if Andre wins? Is it the same thing? I don't trust this dude, dog. I don't. It should. You're right. It should, Brando. But I don't trust Mauricio as far as I can see him, man. Look at that smile. Do you trust that smile right there? Look at that shit, bro. That shit look like it's painted on, man. Stop it. I don't trust Mauricio. I just don't. Mr. Oil Bracelet says, get ready for that super middleweight franchise belt. It's coming, bro. It's definitely coming. Andre winning, he's definitely getting franchised. I don't care what nobody say. Mauricio will come out. Well, let's not forget that he was the franchise champion at 160 pounds. And so that means that the franchise can be transferred up into 168. You're going to be like, what? Man, Mauricio, man, sit your ass down somewhere, bro. You just playing the game, man. You just playing the damn game. Look at Mauricio smile. That shit look evil, bro. Like that shit look twisted, man. Look at that shit. Hey, bro, that shit just scaring me on the low, man. Free Mind says, yo, man, I feel the same way, Canelo. The biggest fraud that I've seen in my 40 years of boxing. Catch weight, small fighters, old fighters, rehydration, and more. Been on to him. And Floyd didn't do none of that shit to his fighters. He didn't put them under all kinds of stipulations and weird catch weights and rehydration clauses and stuff. None of that shit was applied, bro. None of that shit. Man, come on, man. And if anything, he gave up ground to Canelo because he fought Canelo at 52. Remember, he fought Canelo because Floyd was champion at 47. He had belts. Did he have the 54 belts at that time? I don't think he did. No, because he got his 54 belts from. Did he get 54 belts from beating the Oscar? Yeah, I think he got his 54 belts from beating Oscar, right? But I know he brought Canelo to 52, but he was operating at 47, and Canelo still was the heavier fighter in that fight. It's very crazy, you know what I'm saying? Very crazy. Canelo had a lot going on over the years, man, and at the very least, he got a lot to make up. So he needs to get in there with elite fighters, you know what I'm saying? Real spill. I want to give a major salute to my homie G Benson. G Benson, what up, man? Hope all is well, man. Thanks for kicking it with me, man, on this late night stream, champ. He says, yo, man, facts, man. Canelo fans try to erase his loss to Bivol like it never got his ass boxed off. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. And it sticks and it counts towards his legacy. Oh, man, he tried to go dare to be great. He tried to do, I don't want to hear it. He got spanked and it sticks and it matters. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. See, he think that the Bivol thing just brought him so much cover. That's why he wanted to do it again. Nah, we're not going to forget that loss. It's a loss. And it's a thudding loss. One-sided beatdown. One-sided beatdown. And just think, David Benavidez can actually hang with them cats at 75. So, yeah, man. They try to erase his loss to Bivol. They try to make people forget the clenbuterol and all of that stuff. Forget all of this, the catch weights and all of this stuff. We can't forget, bro. And this is why I'm telling y'all, man, at the very, very least, Canelo owes it to the people that had to sit through all of his crap and pay for all of his crap. He owes it to the people to give the people what they really want, and that's the winner of this fight. Simple. If he want to say that certain fighters are not in the plans, I'm cool with me. But what's the plans? And once again, Jamal Charlo should not be in the ring with Canelo Alvarez minimally for another year. Minimally. If we thinking about some crap about if Andre beats Benavidez, then they're gonna look to Jamal because Jamal gonna be on the undercard as well, right? Fighting Jose Benavidez. Oh, they're gonna look to Jamal if Andre miss me with that shit. Miss me with that. And speaking of Jamal fight fans, did y'all see Jamal on the recent thing talking about he gonna be getting revenge? Ah, man, I thought I had some artwork up for that, man. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah, he says he's going to get revenge, man. Okay. You need some revenge, Jamal. Lord knows you do, homie. After getting smacked by Plant the way you got smacked, then your brother taking the beat down to Canelo publicly like that. You talking about you going to get your revenge on Canelo and Caleb. Let me just make this straight up easy for you, homie. Go after Caleb. Damn Canelo. Why? Because he smacked you. I don't give a damn, bro. Listen. The money is you're going to make a good bag with Caleb Plant. Everyone's going to want to see it. If I'm you, there is no one else I'm even thinking about other than Caleb Plant. I'm not thinking about Canelo right now. I get it. Canelo's the bag. Get that bag maybe at another time, bro. You need to be trying to go after your damn dignity. And go put hands on the man that put hands on you. Because if you ain't thinking like that, homeboy, I don't know what the hell you think about. You done got hook smacked in front of the entire world. And some of us played it over and over and over and over again. You got hook smacked. And he followed through with it. Like he smacked you, then followed through with the jump, then got in the stands like, what's good? And you just stood there like some kid standing in the rain looking through the window of a pet store at a puppy or something. Like you just stood there like, what did I do wrong? Like, why did I get smacked? Like you didn't even have a reaction. Your reaction was you was trying to walk up and hug him and shit. Like, let me give you a hug, bro. You smacked me, but I want to hug you. You smacked me, but I want to hug you. Please give me a hug. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Caleb Plant, like, bro, you come next to me, I'm going to smack you again. This time with the other hand. If I'm Charlo fight fans, I'm not talking about fighting nobody else but Caleb. How do you, brother, you got smacked in front of your woman. She see that. Your kids gonna see that. They gonna see that for you. I heard him in the interview. He said his kids can't go to school because they're being bullied because of his brother loss to Canelo. Brother, they getting bullied in school because your ass got smacked. They daddy got smacked in front of the whole world. They can't go to school? Bro, do you not understand? I look at it, if that was me, I couldn't go to school. I come from the hooked up. Back in them days, bro, joning on you was brutal, bro. Like we used to joan on each other to the point where you would run out to school and run back home. Like you get joned on so bad. If everybody knew that your father got smacked like that and in front of the world, I couldn't go to school for the whole school year. I wouldn't be able to go to school at all. I would have to get homeschooled from the sheer embarrassment. Every time you step a foot in that school, hey, man, what's your favorite kind of cereal? Is it Sugar Smacks? You're going to be like, what? Who you talking to, Slim? I'm just asking a question, you know. I'm just, you don't like that? Hey, did you see that new battle rap the other day on Smack TV? Bro, do you not understand the shit that you're going to endure yourself from? So if I'm Jamal and you talking about revenge, I get it. Yo, you want revenge for your brother, but you should want revenge on Caleb Plant and nothing else and nobody else, bro. Until Caleb Plant is looking at the top of the ceiling of the rafters of that arena on his back. That's all you should be talking about, my man. What say y'all fight fans? If y'all a fighter and you done been hook smacked by Caleb Plant, are you thinking and talking about anyone else? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. And make this evidently clear, fight fans. Jamal Charlo is the better Charlo. He has always been the better Charlo. Once he gets himself together, if he gets himself together, and I hope he gets himself together, because I am a fan. I used to push Jamal all the time. I wasn't never a fan of Jamil like that. I will admit, I've always had issues with Jamil. But Jamal, for some odd reason, I was always a fan. I like the way he fights, and when he's in his right mind, and he's Jamal. He actually a cool dude to talk. He was actually the cooler head of the Charlos. He was the big brother, and I truly believe that a lot of his pain and a lot of the things that he deal with is the fact that he makes himself lesser for his brother. I truly think that. I've always said that, and I've always thought that. He takes that back. He takes that step back and holds himself back to a certain degree. I think just to not outshine his brother, because it means more to his brother than it did to him. And I look at Jamal like he do a lot of stuff to make his brother happy. Real spill. And I think that's what tortures him a lot. The Canelo fight was his, and he gave it to his brother. When he was the champion, the fans were warming up to Jamal, not his brother. After all of the stuff that Jamal did at 54, people still didn't power. But Jamal, for some odd reason, boxing fans was attracted to Jamal. I liked him, his power style, his style that was based in power. I loved it. I loved it. I felt like he can contend with anybody. And I wanted to see him get in there with Golovkin and Canelo and all of them. You know what I'm saying? I thought that Jamal was the man. I really did. And I honestly think somewhere along the way, he took a backseat for his brother. And it torments him. It tortures him. Because he knows he's better. And that's just my opinion. It's really unfortunate. It's really sad. And it used to drive Jamil up a wall, man. Jamil used to be out here saying so much reckless stuff about his brother and about Ronnie Shields in the gym and all of the reckless stuff he used to say about, all because he was jealous. He was jealous of his brother. Let's call it for what it is, man. He got jealous when people was calling him Big Charlo. Like, that still to this day grinds Jamil's gears. Let somebody around Jamil, a reporter or somebody, say, hey, man, how your brother Big Charlo doing? I watch the face of Jamil. He gonna front. Big Charlo. Man. I'm telling you. So I hope that Jamal get it together, man. I'm praying that Jamal get it together. That's why I wanted him to take the year. Don't be in no rush. You know what I'm saying? Worry about just coming on back, getting your dignity back in the game. The sanctioning bodies and PBC is doing you wonders right now. What they doing for Jamal Charlo don't get done for every fighter. Jamal Charlo ain't really been fighting. He's still a world champion. He ain't been stripped. He ain't been threatened to be stripped. Nothing. They're giving him all of the time in the world. The WBC has came out on numerous occasions stating that we stand behind Jamal Charlo. So they're trying to give him time. You know why they do this? Because they know how good he is. That's why. They ain't giving up on him because they know he the goods. They just got to get him to get right. I'm telling you. You will not see outfits or sanctioning bodies giving this much leeway to no fighter. How many years, bro? I mean, who have Charlo been fighting? Charlo ain't been his last one against the dude. What was it, Montiel? Or did he have something after that? I forgot. It's been so long ago. That was a piss poor showing against Montiel. Piss poor. He ain't been fighting. His name ain't really, but they still making sure he don't get stripped. Now that's love. That's love. And they're giving you all the time in the world. Respect. Hey, there go my main man right there, man. And damn, hey, man, you come in at the very tail end, my brother, but to see you pop up is always a pleasure. I want to give a major salute to my main man, Muhammad Tola, up in our house. What's up, Muhammad Tola, man? We at the end, bro. It was a cool stream, man. So hopefully you catch that playback. And there go my other homie right there, man. Trap House coming at the end, man. What up to my homie Trap House Boxing, man? Real live boxing mind right there, man. Cooling Trap House, just cooling, man. Damn, man, y'all came in towards the end, man. Salute to the homie Trap House, man, and salute to the homie Muhammad Tola, man. Real spill, man. Much love, much love. D-Lo says, yo, M4, did you see Mauricio just appear in the ring post Canelo versus Charlo track meet? Facts. With the new Ugas or the new Uglas Velveteen WBC belt. Nah. With the Uglas Velveteen WBC belt. Nah, I ain't see that shit, bro. You mean to tell me he done whittled up a belt that fast, D-Lo? Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, man. Come on, bro. They done whittled up a new Uglas Velveteen WBC belt. They got a big ass picture of Canelo on the front, don't it? Oh man, get out of here, bro. Hey, WBC always coming up with some weird ass belt. Oh man, hey Canelo, we have a new belt. Do you like our new belt? It's amazing. It's made of velvet. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, Mauricio, brother. Just stop it. Oh my goodness, man. Bivol whipped Canelo like a rented mule, man. Facts. Easy work too, man. Easy work. I can't believe that people was actually underestimating Bivol. Going into that fight, people was picking against him and saying he wasn't this and he wasn't that. Bivol was a phenom, Joe. Always have been. Phenom. Bivol reeled off a 14 punch combination. That's like E Honda and shit. Call his ass E Honda Bivol with the 100-hand slap. Bivol reeled off a 14 punch combination on Canelo. All headshots, and damn near all of them hoes landed on that weak ass head movement. Facts. That's what Canelo was up against the ropes looking like a sad puppy. I just don't know what to do. There's just so many punches. They're just coming from everywhere. He's just too good. He's too big. He's too good. Yeah, man. I mean, Bivol did. He hit him with a 14 punch combination unanswered, man. That was insane. Insane. We all keeping our fingers crossed for Bivol and Beterbiev, everybody. Muhammad told him, man, what up with Jamal? Always talking like he's drunk. Hey, bro, that's funny you say that, man. I went back and actually listened to that interview. It's over there on Fight Hype for anybody that's wondering. And I listened to it a couple times, but I was like, is he drunk? It's like, because in the joint, he like, nah, I ain't drunk. I'm with my family. And man, you drunk, bro. If you ain't drunk, then you punch drunk. You something drunk. Some of them, now I'm drinking lemonade. Man, his ass was drunk, bro. And that's, bro, let me tell you like this, man. If he was drunk in that video, then he got a serious problem, bro. Because what it is like when you go and rehab yourself, and if the first chance away from that environment you get and the first thing you do is go back on it, that means, you got a problem, bro. Roy Jones is just wasting his time. I see him on one video fishing with Roy Jones and everything was all good. And then the next one, it looked like he back with the family and he drunk. I'm like, is he? I'm hoping he ain't drunk, man. But it did sound like his words were slurring heavy. And if that's the case, bro, that means, man, he got a serious problem. Which really scares me because, y'all know, I don't know, I ain't gonna get it too much on this stream, but there's a major relationship or correlation between alcohol and brain injuries. But I'm not gonna get much into that right now, man. And drinking, it basically makes them feel better. It makes their brain feel better. So you almost, you see a lot of these fighters that develop these drinking issues, you gotta hope that they ain't got brain issues to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Such as Errol Spence Jr. I hate to even bring him up in that fashion, but you know what I'm saying? You hope that one that has nothing to do with the other. But there's a lot of if you got brain injuries and between that and drinking, I'm not, like I said, I don't want to get much into it tonight because it's a real depressing subject, but it has a lot to do with each other. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he ain't drunk, man. If he is, bro, Jamal might, I don't know if he gonna make it back, man. That means he got a serious problem, bro. You know what I mean? Yep, Jamel cried so much that Maul fell back, but Mel still shits on him publicly, man. Yeah, because, and that's what I'm saying, bro. I think a lot of the trauma that Jamal deals with, it literally centers around his brother. It centers around his brother, man, and it's a very unfortunate thing. It's a very, very unfortunate thing, dog. You right, and he still takes public shots at him. He's supposed to be brothers, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, man, but I hope they get it together, you know what I'm saying? Trap House says, yo, man, Mel has been shitting on everybody. He ain't loyal to nobody, and that's why ain't nobody loyal to him. I seen him turning around here crapping out there on Earl, bro. That was messed up what he said about Earl, man. Like, he really kicking Earl when he down because he saw an opportunity. If he would have beat Canelo, he was going to try to replace Earl. And if I'm Earl Spence, I'm looking at him all kinds of sideways. I think they already been looking at each other sideways, though, on the low. You know what I'm saying? That's why when Earl first came out, coming down them escalators and signaled to the world that he was down to face Jamil, I think that, man, since then, they've always kind of been on separate pages. Because Jamel, you could tell he was kind of caught off guard by that. You know what I'm saying? And he came out in interviews like, damn, like I guess he was caught off guard by it. But I think them two are more adversaries now, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think that Earl liked it so much. Some of the stuff that Jamel had to say about him back in the day about when they were sparring, like who was getting out on who and all that shit. Like, oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I think at this point, I don't know if them two gonna be as tight as they were in the past. I mean, Jamel literally came out here making fun of Earl Spence on all access. And ain't nobody like gold him into it or you know, like coerced him into saying that. He said that on his own merits. Oh, y'all ain't gonna have me out here looking like Earl on the track, huffing and puffing and shit. Y'all ain't gonna have me out here like Earl. I'm like, damn, where'd that come from? That was out the blue. That was just out of nowhere. So I don't know, man. And see, that's why ain't nobody loyal to Mel, because Mel ain't loyal to nobody. He got weird, bro. He moved out there to California, man. Remember he started dressing all weird and shit, man. I mean, I don't know, man. You know. Jamel finally called himself Lil Charlo after getting the Canelo fight. Oh, is that right? Man, he don't believe that, man. He don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think that that Canelo wanted Jamal, and Jamal, like you say, just passed it to Jamel. Jamel tried to make it like Canelo was coming at him first. No, he wasn't. Canelo wasn't even thinking about you. Canelo just saw an opportunity when your brother couldn't make the fight. You know what I mean? Mel has. Oh yeah, we just heard that. Muhammad told us, says, yo, main man, what big fights do you see for Bivol and at what weight? The biggest is at Arthur Beterbiev. 175, man. I don't think he can leave that class until that fight gets done, Muhammad told. It can't, bro. He can't. That's his legacy. That's the yin and yang right there. That's the natural order of things. He needs Beterbiev, and Beterbiev needs him. They have been at that weight class forever, staring at each other. We have never been this close. They need each other. Kovalev ran for the hills. He got him a Canelo fight, and he got paid, and that was it. He's down drinking vodka, still hiding in women's bushes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So Kovalev got low. But these two, they can't go nowhere, bro. And speaking of which, is a fight this weekend too. Joe Smith, and we covered this months ago on an episode of We Talking Boxing. Joe Smith and God damn it, Zurdo. They fighting up they're going up in weight. They're going up to cruiser though, right? They going up to cruiserweight. So they both making their like cruiserweight debuts. We got Zurdo Ramirez and Joe Smith. I always root for Joe Smith because I like Joe Smith. And but this is a pivotal fight for both of them dudes this weekend, man. Both of them need a win. If either man lose, people gonna wonder where do they go. People gonna look at Joe Smith and tell him to retire. As for Zurdo, if he loses, people gonna say, bro, people already they checked out on Zurdo. No one watches him no more. But now he's really gonna be like nothing. After losing that big one to Beterbiev, and the way he lost it, it was, man. So this weekend, I'm looking forward to a good scrap because of the implications of basically trying to keep your career alive. Normally, when you got two fighters trying to fight to keep their career alive, you usually see the best that fighter can bring. You know what I mean? So this weekend is going down. Joe Smith versus Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, both men making their cruiserweights debuts. I don't know if I'm going to do an immediate reaction, but we definitely going to talk about it on the next We Talking Boxing. But to answer your question, Muhammad Tola, they got to go and he has to face Beterbiev, and I don't think he can leave the weight class until that happens. Not to mention, David Benavidez is talking like after his whole situation is done, he's trying to go up to 75. So that's more star power that's going to be added to that division. It ain't going to make sense for him to go up to cruiserweight or anywhere else because, truth be told, it's nothing up there. You know what I mean? So stay at 75. Do what you got to do to get that Beterbiev fight, even if it doesn't involve the WBC. If one of them got to drop the belts just to make it happen, because we know that the WBC, Mauricio Sulaiman, is not letting Bivol fight for no titles because he's from Russia and so on and so forth. So at the very least, there's going to come a time with that fight where belts are not going to be needed. People just want to see the rivalry come to an end. And they can do it 2 times. Because I expect for a very competitive fight. I expect for Bivol to win, but I expect for a very competitive fight. So at the very end, if the WBC don't get on board after a certain amount of time, screw it. Go beyond it. One of y'all drop it. Just drop it and go for whatever y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Pudangle says, yo, man, Bivol, what's up, Pudangle? Salute to you, champ. He says, yo, man, Bivol versus Vosdick is what I want to see. Is Vosdick still around? Bro, I ain't been seeing much of Vosdick lately, bro. Is he still around? That's funny, man. Bivol versus Voss. I remember with Beterbiev, man, wiped his ass out. He wiped him out post Adonis Stevenson, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, and that shit was so gratifying, bro. To see Voss to get his ass whooped that way, man, after that Adonis, what he did to Adonis, man. Man, that was so gratifying, bro. That was so gratifying. But Vossick versus Bivol, he's still one of their classmates to a certain degree. You know what I mean? So, of course, yeah, I think I definitely would like to see that, too. I like to see all fighters that come with the same class square off against each other. Hey, G. Benson back in that super chat. Thanks, G. Benson, man, and salute to you, champ. Much love, man, much love. Man, why Suleiman doesn't want Bivol versus Beterbiev? Well, he's using this whole, the whole war stuff between, the Russia thing and all of that. And he's saying, and he's basically punishing the country by punishing Bivol. As crazy as this may sound, G. Benson, a lot of people may say this is unfair to Dmitry Bivol. I would have to disagree. And hey, look, man, I look at it as a lot of people may not agree or believe how I believe in it, but this is how I believe. When a country commits an atrocity to the world, or for whatever reason, when they do something that the world don't agree with, they have to be punished. And that means punishing their sporting programs, their entertainment program. They should not be able to participate with the world like everyone else. It's just the way it works. And I know y'all may say, well, what does Bivol got to do with it? He ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's the standard. This is how warfare is played. That country has to feel a sting in many different areas. And so I back it to a certain degree. I back it. I don't think that they should be able to participate in anything right now until that gets settled and the world once again can come together and say, okay, they've been back accepted into the worldwide fold of things, and they're not, offending this people, that people, these people, whatever the case may be. They're back functioning in the world as a normal entity. Then, of course, they can participate in everything. But until then, bro, I just don't think that they should. And that goes for any country, not just the Russian thing, any country for that matter. You commit atrocities against humans or whatever for whatever reason, or the world finds that to be the reason, and you can't participate. Olympics, the whole 9 yards. I feel bad for the Bivol and Beterbiev situation, but once again, if they feel like that their rivalry is bigger, go around it. Drop the WBC and it don't matter no more. The only thing that's topping it is the WBC. Suleiman came out with those words. That's how he feels. It's a good position. But at the end of the day, these boys got careers too. So they may say, you know what, we'll get around it and fight each other. Just drop the WBC. That's all it is. Because honestly, at 175, the weight class is starting to thin out. They are emerging as the two best. Well, everyone already kind of knew it, but they are the two best at 175. There's no more guessing. They got to fight. They got to fight. They got to fight. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Beterbiev has Canadian citizenship. That's why he's not being punished. Yeah, he just protect. Oh, you think he just protecting Bivol? Muhammad told he ain't protecting no Bivol, bro. He ain't protecting Bivol. He ain't got nothing to do with Bivol. Bivol hold the WBA. Nah, man, he ain't protecting no damn Bivol. Shoot, man, he if anything, he protecting Beterbiev. He know exactly what's gonna happen in that matchup. I'm telling y'all straight like that. He gonna box circles around Beterbiev, dog. He is going to box circles around Beterbiev when it's all said and done. Beterbiev Russian too, though. Yeah, but he has a Canadian citizenship. He fights out of Canada, as they say. You know what I mean? Beterbiev is that monster at 175. I do still like Bivol, though. He's a monster. He ain't no slouch. I just think he's a bit overhyped. You know what I mean? All of this, he's the biggest knockout, thing since, Bud Crawford type shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, who is he? What has he done? Freaking dude beat Marcus Brown and shit. Vosdick. Come on, man. Beat Bivol and then come talk to me. Y'all be even putting this dude on pound for pound list. Oh, Beterbiev is on a pound for what? What is he on a pound for pound list for? For having a Leonidas bid? Like, for what? What is he on the... Because who is he beat that was pound for... He ain't never left the weight class. Oh, he got 3 belts. What did he do? He ain't beat Bivol. Bivol is the best, man. He's number 1 at the class. So until that happens, Beterbiev is just second best. He's just almost. And everyone knows that almost doesn't count. It is what it is. They need to make it happen, though. And at the end of the day, I mean, granted or not, war or no war, boxing fans, the sand in our hourglass is running out. Drop the damn belt for all we care. Just give us the fight. It's been in the making for too damn long. And not to mention, don't they go all the way back like to the amateurs and stuff? These two, Vosdik, Kovalev, all of them guys. So let's see it, man. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, come on, Pooh Dangles. Come on, bro. You can't be serious with that one, Slim. Come on, man. Come on. No way, bro. Pooh Dangles, come on, bro. I think Vosdik, Benavidez, and Morrell all beat Bivol. Come on, bro. You can't be you can't be serious, Pooh Dangles. Pooh Dangles, stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Morrell, though, where's this Morrell hype coming from? He's another one of y'all running around here with the overhyping. This Morrell, David Morrell. Look, until David Morrell get in there with a Benavidez or Andre, miss me with the Morrell hype too. And this is where me and the fam go left and right. Y'all be coming through here bigging up. Yes, right. All of y'all be bigging up Morrell like he just did something. Who he beat? I'm going to sit on here with my Roger Mayweather t-shirt, man. And it's going to have 2 of his biggest sayings on it. Do you know shit about boxing and who he beat? Because Roger made that famous too. Who he beat? Who he beat? Who did Morrell beat? Why is Morrell this overhyped dude? Y'all forcing David to have to get in a ring with Morrell. For what? Who is Morrell? Does he even have 10 fights? Y'all do not learn the lesson of not putting the cart before the horse. Let's see what happens when he gets in there with just the B+. Okay, let's see what happened on the B+. Morrell ain't done nothing. He got hooked up so far. Great. Cool. I need more. I need much more for the hype that he's getting. These little hype trains y'all got running around here. Morrell, Beterbiev, Eubank, Eustank. Oh, no, not Eubank. I'm sorry. Not Eustank. I'm tired. What's the other one? Connor Ben. These hype trains ain't done jack crap, but they're supposed to be all this and all that. Conor Ben is rated high at 147, yet he ain't going after nobody. Why he ain't trying to fight Boots? Why he ain't trying to fight Boots? Eddie over there trying to run him on the hype train. I'm sick of y'all hype trains, man. No. Let them boys fight. And it's the same thing with this Morrell character. Y'all love y'all sell some David Morrell out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I might get proven wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe y'all will get the chance to pour in here and say, yo, main man, you say what about Morrell again? Or I know for sure I'm going to have Muhammad Tola pull up in here and hitting the mic like, yo, main man. What did you say about Beterbiev again? Oh, I know y'all hoping that those days come, but they won't come. D-Lo is sitting around thinking that Demetrius Andre is going to make some sort of noise. Y'all are all going to be sadly mistaken, fam. Y'all going to realize that main man was right about all of this the whole time. I can't wait till November, though. Lord knows I can't wait for Andrade and Benavidez. Woo-wee! It's going to be a lot of sad faces on that night, champions. I'm going to need D-Lo. I'm going to need Lala D. I'm going to need Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more pouring up in here telling me what went wrong. Lord knows. Salute to y'all all, man. I'm going to go ahead and shut it on down right here, fight fans. It's been a cool chat, man. I'll be back tomorrow, man. I'm definitely going to be back tomorrow. get on here maybe early, sometime mid-afternoon, and get on here and chop it up with y'all, man. For the next couple live streams, I will be dropping links, and we will have the phone lines open. Engagement galore. You know what I'm saying? I did enough talking for the night, so the next couple ones, hopefully some of the fam can jump on here with me and join me, and we can chop it on up about some good boxing talk. You feel me? I hope all y'all had a good time tonight. Don't take nothing I say serious. Y'all know this is all entertainment. I'm not here to ruin your day. I'm not here to ruin nothing. I'm just here to make you laugh a little bit, have a good time, and chop it up about the fight game. I don't really give a damn who you support. You know what I'm saying? And y'all already know that. You know what I mean? I want to give a major salute to what the homie name is, who been fighting the good fight tonight. Brando 7x6, man. Hey, man, I ain't never seen you before, Brando. Welcome to the fam, bro. But you fought the good fight tonight. And Brando, come on back through again, man. I'll drop a link for you and get a chance to come on through here and say and everything you have to say. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thanks, man. Buckle Up Boxing Talk, more than like, for sure, man. You can come on through as well. You know what I mean? Any of y'all that want to come on through and chop it up with man, come on through here tomorrow, man. Friday is a good day. We can just talk a little shit. And tell me why your guy's going to beat my guy. It's never no hard feelings. It's never nothing personal. It's all love. And most importantly, fight fans, it's all entertainment. It's late over here, man. We're going on 1 a.m. out here in the DMV. I'm out of here, fight fans. Y'all have a blessed night out there, man. Stay stressed and sucker free. Remember, the devil is everywhere, omnipresent, everywhere at the same time. He wants you sad, depressed, thinking that you are not great, thinking that you are not more than a conqueror when you are there and then some. You go out here and you change this world, fight fans, because the power sits in you. And I mean that. Y'all be good, man. I'll catch up with y'all on the next live stream. Thank y'all for everyone that supported tonight. And if you didn't hit that thumbs up, man, do the homie a favor. Thumbs up on the way out. If you did not hit it on the way in, share, rock the bills. Much love to you all, fight fans. Have a blessed night, man. And until the next video, please out. Oh shit, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that, Buckle Up. I'm gonna hold you to that.